play the game with the people that writing the rules. Ain't the fame that I'm after when paying the dues. I've been through the pain that's reflected in the attitude. Might be winning now, but the thing is that I had to lose. So go and tell me what you really want to do. And load me at the top, cause there ain't a lot of room. Ain't no other option, that's all I ever knew. So I'ma get it poppin', you know how I'ma do. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know we ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. I've been down from the jump. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7 on the grind, one thing at a time. Hard to understand, kind of person got the state of mind. We was making moves every day, getting things in line. You could go and say what you want, but believe that I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know we ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a special edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. It's all facts over feelings here. And to my wonderful chat back there, making bets on how quickly I will talk over the two of y'all. It will not happen tonight. I am privileged and honored to have with me the MidMajors Podcast. I got with me Tacarra Barnes and Courtney Lumpkin. Tacarra is a former D1 baller out of Tennessee Tech, and Courtney is a former D1 baller at Morehead State. Let's welcome these two amazing women to our show in the chat. If you have any questions for them, please do drop them in the chat, and I will get to them as we can go. But thank you, two, for being here. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, man. We're excited.
So we got some. I got a chat group that gets kind of trolly at times and messes too much. And I've asked them to avoid the trolling because we're trying to keep these like I do every sport, by the way. I cover combat sports. I cover the Miami Heat. Let me shoot myself in the head right now for the Heat.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo's 83 points. I don't think he scored 83 points since that 83-point game. But I've had fighters on like live during BKFC fights. And they ask questions, and I think they enjoy. I think they're gonna get enjoy this a great deal because I don't know shit compared to y'all. Like serious. I think I know something, but I don't know nothing. And I'm happy to have y'all here because I watch y'all. Keep it a buck, keep it real. And I'm very happy that y'all here today. Introduce yourselves to these people.
What's up? I'm Tacarra Barnes. Like he said, I played at Tennessee Tech, had an amazing 4 years there, had a very successful career in the Hall of Fame, got inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2022.
Nice.
Love my university. I'm proud to be a mid-major. Rudy, my husband, is a all Miami fan, Miami Dolphins, Miami Heat, Miami Hurricanes. He's all that. So I'm happy to be here. So I'm shouting him out today. But man, just
hey.
This is one of my shows, Hurricanes Unfiltered.
Yeah. That's what I see. That's what I saw. So tell Uncle Luke I'm out in Miami too.
Hey.
But that's pretty much it about me, man. Just happy to be here. Thank you for asking us to come on. So like I'm excited. I checked you out, and it's funny because it's like when people ask us to come on the show, I see why. Because I'm like, okay, we're the same.
Hey.
So I get it. So yeah, happy to be here, man.
And I'm Courtney. I went to Morehead State University. I also had a great career. No Hall of Fame yet, but top 12 in scoring at the school, in 1,000-point club, third in assists all time, and some other record categories. Married, 2 kids, and love talking about basketball. Happy that we got back into it. And yeah, just thank you for having us on the show, Rudy.
Yeah.
My pleasure. When did y'all start y'all podcast? It literally just hit my algorithm probably during transfer portal stuff. I think that's really, I started, transfer portal hits. I'm checking everything because last year transfer portal when it hit, I was just going over transfer portal, and then I saw yours pop. I saw y'all pop. I'm like, who is this? Let me watch this. Okay, oh, this is nice.
Happy you like it. When we start,
we started in August.
Well, no,
Last
really,
year.
we started on YouTube.
Well, we started on YouTube, and saw our first episode was August 7th. So we rookies for real.
Yeah.
So it's taking off pretty fast. You
just broke 4,000 subs. I saw. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. It's been a grind. That's for sure.
For sure. It's a lot of work. We weren't expecting this.
Yeah, not at all.
Did you think it would? Did you think it would be as much work as it's been, or is it like a crack, because you become addicted to content creation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We started out like I said, it's supposed to be a hobby. Like, okay, let's do this once a week, and
literally.
And we had some dude call us out on our show, was like, you need to take this more seriously and all that stuff. And I'm like, he tripping, but I'm like, damn, he right. For real. Like, so we was like, okay, cool. But it's like, we really found our way. So we've let it kind of lead us, and just listen to our subscribers and just like, okay, they want to hear this from us. And like, they tell us kind of what they want. And it's like, oh, we pay attention to the analytics and like, okay, this is working. So we just kind of just been following the wave, and like, it's been working out for us. So
how'd y'all meet?
Courtney?
We played against each other in college. That's
it. That's it.
Never said two words to each other except shaking hands at half court because we were captains.
Yeah.
And that's it.
We became Instagram friends.
We were Instagram friends, and then we would exchange like DMs here and there when a big game came on, or if she comment on my stuff, I comment on hers. A mutual respect type of thing.
Yeah.
And she mentioned like, no, we were talking about basketball one day, and I was like, you should start like an all women's like podcast. That'd be so cool. And then she's like, I already have something in the works. Like, I think like I already have an idea. And I was just like, she explained it to me, and I was just like, you should do it. And she was like, yeah. And then she was like, you want to do it? I'm like, yeah. And then literally
we did.
Here we are.
That's awesome. I mean, this podcast started off with 3 of us. Actually, it's down to 2 of us because you find out who really wants to do it and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Even with the 2 of us, my boy Nick, I coached Nick in high school. He was on my AAU travel team, my 17U travel team. So I've known him since he was 15. I'm 10 years old. I was coaching when I was 27, 26, 25. And so when he and I have this banter back and forth, because he's he's the godfather of my son, and so he's, we have that relationship. He played in the CFL for 3 years. So the video today that you may have seen or may have not seen, that's him actually, because he was a Division I point guard at FIU.
Dope.
Went to college. People can clown on him all day long because he's he's one of those guys that takes nothing seriously. Like everything just rushes off the shoulders. And some people who take stuff seriously, it kind of can irritate the crap out of you. So he irritates the crap out of me a lot of times. But he did play for me, and he was a D1 point guard at FIU. Started at FIU under Isaiah Thomas.
Oh,
and scholarship. Doesn't go. He's 5'9". He goes to T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton. You ever heard of T.Y. Hilton?
I haven't.
Played for the Indianapolis Colts. Wide receiver.
Okay.
So T.Y. Hilton played point guard for me as well.
Okay.
And on my travel team, he ended up going to FIU on a football scholarship. But if he had been 6'2", he would have been in the NBA for 15 years.
Dope.
He was like 5'7". Yeah, I mean, it's tough for a 5'7" guy typically.
Right.
And so he goes to T.Y. Hilton's pro day at FIU and runs a 4.2 in the 40. And then he became a professional football player.
It's awesome.
That's how you got to do it, though.
Did not play 1 second of college football. Was invited to camp and for the Vikings and played he was with the Jets and the Vikings for a minute. Then he played in the Arena League, but then for about 9 years in the CFL, 3-time CFL Grey Cup champion, starter in the CFL for a long time. Never played a down of football in college, and I don't think he played after his freshman year of high school because the high school basketball coach is a real good friend of mine. Let guys who play basketball play football.
Yeah.
Right. That's usually how it goes. The whole football team is playing basketball.
Yeah, basically.
I got a homeboy who did that. Shout out to George Fant. My homeboy did that. Never played football. joined 1 year at Western Kentucky, then went to the league,
That's
was a
crazy.
starting left tackle,
That's crazy.
signed with the Jets, and he's on year 10.
What they said is this 6'5", 330-pound dude is not playing football.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that's exactly what size he is. So
really?
literally,
Right,
that's exactly
crazy.
what size
Yeah.
he is. But to your point though, Rudy, like
Yeah.
when you talk about like you started with 3, that's one thing I can say about this podcast. Like when you start stuff and you work hard and you got a work ethic, like that's one thing I can admire about Courtney, because like Courtney matches my work ethic.
Yeah.
She matches my grind. So like that's why this podcast works, because we on the same page always. Like we always working. So like it takes that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a little bit of our athletic background too.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of like iron sharpening iron. Like, you know, it's like she does something and I'm like, man, I got to catch up with you. You know what I mean? And then she's, you know, and then I'm up here. She's like, I got to catch up with you. It's like we just constantly, I think, just continue to make each other better, continue to push each other, push the podcast forward. And I also think that's what makes us great as well. So
that's fabulous. Yeah. One of the things that happened with our podcast was that we started in January of 24. And, you know, we started in January 24. You see this comment here? I'm sorry. Thank you, Jeff Blaze. I'm black and I wanted SC to lose this.
Dang.
I did make that comment.
Thank you, Jeff.
But so we started in January 2024 and it was just general sports. And we were doing 1 episode a week. That was it. But then it's like it becomes like a drug. Like I want to be great at this. I'm not here to just do this. I don't just do things just to do it.
Same.
I want it to be successful. So I kind of took on a role that was just far and beyond. Like I learned to edit videos. I don't have any idea how to do this crap. I got all this equipment over the course of the last 2 years, and then Nick. And then the other guy just stopped showing up on Wednesdays.
He said it's too much.
He had enough.
It's too much.
And had other things come up. It was always something busy. He's like, bro, how are we gonna have a podcast if you can't come? I'm like, bro, all right. So he doesn't. So it ended up becoming basically just Nick and I showing up on Wednesday. And then Nick gets a phone call from the Winnipeg the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and said, "You want to come back?" He had retired. You want to come back? We want to get you back in right before the playoffs. And so he takes off to go back to play in the CFL and tries to, and they lost in the Grey Cup that year. But it was like it kind of blocked some stuff that we were doing. And then I was basically just making videos myself all the time. I mean, it was all started to come on now, the podcast, but then I was doing so much women's basketball. Women's basketball started with one video on Caitlin Clark. Had no idea. Had no idea. I do the one video on Caitlin Clark. I jumped 300. We jumped 300 subscribers while we were doing it live.
That's it.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Gotta do it.
Gotta
do it.
Like what? And that was never the plan.
I almost wish we started our podcast.
I'm trying to tell you.
When Angel and Caitlin was playing.
Take me through there. Take me through there.
And this was at the end. Like they're talking March of 24. So we're at the end of this thing. And so it was like, what the hell's going on here? And it kind of morphed into becoming more of a women's basketball. That wasn't my intention. I want to do various sports because I love sports. I love combat sports like bare knuckle, MMA. I love combat. You know, I am a Miami Hurricane diehard. Yeah. I waited till last year. I started Hurricanes Unfiltered in August of last year and just got credentialed to them and all that stuff. But it did hit a point where I was doing, and you know, it was all women's, heavy Caitlin Clark. But there is a certain toxicity in this dynamic between these players that almost gets a little bit. I almost felt my energy sucked out because I couldn't handle the. You know, I can't make videos every day about this shit. Like I want to talk about like the actual game,
basketball.
Yeah,
not the drama.
And I feel not this dramatic crap.
The non-existent drama.
And I did some of it. I admit I was involved in some of it. Some of it, like I do believe there was some certain level of stat padding going on in Chicago year one, and I do believe that. You know, I mean I've seen it in the NBA too, but it was pretty evident, and to me. And I criticized Caitlin Clark too. I lost subscribers over my criticisms of Caitlin Clark. Yeah. These fan bases are weird.
It's a lot.
They go hard.
It's a lot.
So yeah, I'm trying to do more of a. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit triggering with certain commentary. But I love Hannah Hidalgo.
Yeah, me
But
too.
yet, if I criticize Raven Johnson, he gets a whole lot more views.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so I want to ask, what is your criticisms of Raven?
I don't think she's that good.
Mm.
In what way?
I think her game is. If her name wasn't Raven Johnson, and you threw her numbers on anybody else, you'd tell me that person was trash.
So what do you expect from her?
5'4", 3.
What do you expect from a point guard? That's what I'm asking.
First off, you make your teammates better on the court. I don't think she makes them better on the court. I think
how many championships she have?
I don't care about championships. I've never been on that championships matter. Don't give a shit.
How many championships does she have?
What does that matter?
She got 2. Okay.
Robert Horry has 7.
Damn.
She has 2. More than
Robert Horry has 7.
More than some point guards.
Okay. Robert Horry has 7.
Robert Horry was a damn.
7. He got 7. So is he better than
Laker
Jordan?
Fan.
Is he better than Jordan?
Nah.
Is he in the conversation? Is anyone glazing Robert Horry to be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
But what don't you like about her game though? That's what I'm not like. What don't you like about her game?
Well, my criticism off the rip was that she can't look. It started back. You know what her best Final Four game was? The game that Caitlin Clark did this. Go look at the numbers. Her best game. Her last 5 Final Four games, she's 5 of 35. 5 for 35. The biggest games of your life, and you disappear. And I don't want to hear anyone tell me she shut down Caitlin Clark. That's the most outrageous crap we've ever heard in my life. I don't. If y'all played both ways, you leading score, 1,000-point club, Hall of Famer. If all you had to do was guard somebody and not do shit else, would your job be easier?
I mean, I think if you guarding somebody that's like the top player on a team that usually carries the team to a win,
well, she had 41 in that. She had 41 in that Final Four game on them.
It wasn't enough. She should have had 50.
No, she won that game. 77-73.
Did she beat them? Okay.
Iowa beat them the first time when they were 38-0 with Aaliyah Boston.
Oh, that's right.
Cardoso.
That's right.
And Caitlin Clark. That was the Caitlin Clark come out show.
That's right. When she waved her off. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
They had, the championship. South Carolina was better than them. Like UConn, South Carolina, they're here. If I give you 10 McDonald's All-Americans, are you and I got these scrubs that play for Iowa beyond Caitlin Clark because they're scrubs. They're scrubs.
She made them look fantastic.
If Caitlin Clark is not on that team, they got 15 wins.
She made them look fantastic.
You know, and that's always been my thing. Raven Johnson is a role player, right?
That we're not denying that. That's true.
Her fans do.
Okay.
I think I guess this is my thing. I guess because I was a point guard.
Yeah.
So I think just as this is my take on it.
I'm doing some research now.
Yeah.
Not on you.
As the game has evolved, I think just in certain positions, they've wanted more from certain positions, right?
Yeah.
So like, you don't really have centers anymore, right? Like, because for real, they would want Adi shooting a 3. You get what I'm saying? They want your big girl shooting a 3.
You want me to talk about Adi Crooks? I'm gonna ask you about that one.
Hold on now. For me, I think Raven's a great point guard. She plays defense. She leads her team. She has limited turnovers. My thing is like, why are we expecting Raven Johnson to carry a team? She's a point guard. She's not. I'm not a shooting guard. I'm not I'm not Joyce Edwards. I'm not any of that. I run the team. I don't turn over the ball. I get the ball to the people that need to have it. The thing about it is that I think in where the game is now, people expect so much of these role player positions when before the point guard position was to lead the team.
Exactly.
It was supposed to be scoring, just like the center. Now they want the center to be able to bring the ball up the floor and be able to shoot a pull-up 3 in transition. It's like, well, I mean, the center ain't usually do that. What's wrong with the center just posting up, being big, and passing it to the block?
You ain't arguing. I'm not arguing there.
I say that about Raven of just being like, she's a traditional point guard. I think she's a great traditional point guard. I don't think you can take that away from her. Do I agree in saying that she's a role player? Absolutely. But she's a great point guard for that team, leading that team to a championship.
If she was
can't deny, you can't deny her stats and the things that she's accomplished as a point guard. Because if it was that easy, more people would be doing it, not the same team over and over again. Yeah. So that's kind of how I feel about Raven.
So for me, I think about like Before the show, when you talked to Rudy, we told him we think about like the aspect of a game as a teammate. We think about it as a coach.
True.
We think about it as, you being a player. So for me, like when it comes to Raven, I think about what her assignment is on that team. Her assignment shouldn't be to go out there and score. That's how I see it. If her assignment for that game, because like you, Courtney, you get it in practice. Your coach is telling you the only thing I want you to focus on is stopping this player. You ain't focused on shit else. Even if I go out there and miss a damn layup, that was not my assignment to come out here and score. Right. My assignment was to come out here and play defense. So for me, I think about it as far as what your assignment is. Her assignment, if you ask me, she spoiled South Carolina players when she was scoring those few little games where she was having 20 points. That wasn't her role. Exactly. So I think that maybe Raven taking over, Raven doing this. So I think
I said that in the game.
We said that in the game.
I'm like, if you expecting Raven to score 20 points to carry them to a win, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Now, do I think that we talk about the next level, to your point of she's going to have to do a lot to stand out. And I think the way of stand out, she better come being a defensive stopper at the next level at the league. Because I think that that's her way. I don't think it's nothing else, but I think that that's her way. That's going to be her assignment. That's how I see it.
That's a great point. I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with that.
So Raven Johnson, if she played at Notre Dame and you flip-flopped her with Hannah Hidalgo, what would they look like? Not what
Hannah did. No.
And that's my problem with the fan. My problem isn't Raven Johnson. It's the fan base. It's the lunatics that come on my chats and tell me that I'm a fucking idiot. Like this one guy just said I don't know shit about basketball. I've coached basketball for 7 years. I've coached Division I basketball players. So they all think that my partner was my point guard, and my partner who said I sucked just like her in college because I was a role player point guard who couldn't shoot. He flat out said it. No one was sitting there telling me I was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I've never heard, and that's where all this stuff stems from. It's like almost like you're sitting here telling me that she's this elite player. I don't think she's an elite point guard. She only averaged 2.5 assists a game as a junior, 3 assists. That's not a lot for a team with that level of talent, in my opinion. You're the point guard. You should be literally handing them layups. That's the way I view a point guard. I grew up in the 80s.
I mean, they got to make the layup. They got to make the shot and make the layup.
They shoot 51% from the field as a team.
But when I pass it, you need to make the shot. You need to make the layup.
So you would be a big fan of somebody that plays for the Atlanta Dream now.
I'm just saying.
We are.
And we really are.
Except when you pass her the ball.
And that could be it. But again, like I said, I think from a teammate, from a player, I'm on the floor with her is how I kind of see it. So
So I am critical, and the thing is, a lot this same
criticism.
With that. I called Kyrie Irving a glorified role player. Now, if you know.
Ooh, not Kyrie.
He today, 2026. He is a glorified role player to me.
Hey, Rudy, I love NBA. You got to have me back to talk about NBA. It ain't Courtney's vibe, but have me back.
I'll talk about the NBA. I think the NBA is horrible now.
Well, that ain't Courtney.
Now, I can sit up here and tell you how horrible it is. I
know it is horrible.
I can sit up here and tell you how horrible the NBA is. I can definitely do that.
My son is 12. My son is 12 years old. I have 3 sons. I have one that's 14, 12, and 23 months. The 12-year-old, he's on the 12U basketball team, an Adidas 12U basketball team. The shit you see in these travel teams, the dancing around, the prancing around, the clown show that you got going on with these fools, it's all a flipping show. It is so annoying. It's annoying. The way these kids, and where do they get it? From these idiots in the NBA, these idiot dudes in college. I mean, we got 28-year-olds playing college basketball now for men. I mean... In itself, would you like to be playing college basketball still at 28 right now?
No.
If I'm getting paid.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I have that question coming up for y'all. But they watch these idiots in the NBA where it's just a drive and kick league. And most of these guys can't really shoot the basketball. They're just wide open and no one can get touched. So that's one of the things that I like about women's basketball. It's more of a traditional game, which I appreciate. I appreciate dump down into the post. I love Lauren Betts. And I'm going to ask you about Lauren Betts as well. I love Lauren Betts. And when I hear people shit on Lauren Betts, say she's slow, I'm like, what are you watching? Her footwork from last year to this year, her footwork.
We love her.
Crazy.
We love her.
So much better.
We love her.
How much weight do you think she lost? Like 20 pounds?
She looks great.
She looks fantastic.
You cannot put a price on a great post player. I'm sorry.
Amazing. We love her.
Sorry. You cannot put a price on
a
great
post
player.
But I'm going to save that for later on because I got these things scripted out, some of these questions.
Go ahead.
Look, Raven Johnson, at the end of the day, I think she's a role player. And I don't like the way they create narratives that make them more than what they are. I think that Tania Latson had her season. Oh, I love Tania Latson. She's from Florida State. She was the baller there. And this year I saw so many games where she's just being iced out in the corner and don't give her the ball and don't set her up.
I said that against Louisville in particular.
Like if you're gonna do that, like why is she here? And the same shit happened with Malaysia Fulwiley at times. Like the Fulwiley deal between Dawn Staley and Kim Mulkey, they must have traded notes or something. Because they both treated her like shit.
Damn.
In my opinion. But that's just my thing. And Nick is the one that said. I mean, I've said it, but Nick is also a former Division I point guard. He's like, I think she's terrible. And that's his opinion. And people, well, you suck, Nick. Okay, I suck. I know I suck. I said I suck. So, I just, what is the fan love affair do you know anything about the fan love affair that they have for her? Not that she's whatever you think she is, but why do these fans, because they don't do this for Joyce Edwards. I've read comments. They shit on Joyce Edwards. They shit on Medina Okot. They shit on Tania Latson. But Raven Johnson goes 2 for 13 for 5 points and 6 turnovers in the Final Four, and she's the most. Oh, she shut down AZ Foot. I did a whole video on AZ Foot breaking down that trash compactor game she had against South Carolina. She missed 14 wide open shots. 12 wide open shots.
She was bad.
So that wasn't Raven Johnson, and Raven guarded Sarah Strong for 3 minutes and was bear hugging her, and they didn't call it. And then she committed another foul, and Dawn said they wanted to kill the referee. A 2-handed push on the back to AZ Foot. She didn't do what they said she did. That's my thing. Like she didn't do that. I watched the game again. I put myself
did she
in suffering.
though?
I watched the game again. She didn't do shit
because they won.
Exactly, because they won, but she didn't do shit. I watched it. She sat
did
the
lose
bench.
something.
Oh well, she didn't lose again because she was sitting on the bench for 8.5 minutes in the second quarter, and then sat for the most important 5.5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
So why didn't UConn win?
Because UConn couldn't throw the ball into the ocean. They're sitting in a cruise ship.
Hey.
But it wasn't Raven Johnson that did that.
I don't think
she shut down Sarah Strong and AZ Foot all over my comments.
I mean, hey, did they perform?
No, Raven Johnson shut them down, not South Carolina.
Then they should have performed. Sarah Strong should have performed.
No, Sarah Strong
should have performed in the way in which they thought they should have performed.
Well, that doesn't make mean that Raven Johnson did it.
But that doesn't make her horrible.
In that game, she was awful. And the next game, she was worse. Against UCLA, was she good? They lost by 28.
We didn't feel her presence.
I mean, did we feel any of their presence?
No.
So I mean,
none of them.
We can't just single out like one person, like
they all
you know
suck.
what I'm saying?
No, Tessa Johnson didn't suck.
But what I will say is that, like, because you mentioned Hannah Hidalgo being better than Raven Johnson.
No, I just asked if you trade them on.
If I trade them, if I trade them, this is my thing. It's kind of hard to say because for me personally, I like the SEC is a very athletic conference. The athleticism of it. I think Hannah could play in the SEC, but we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there are 2 different conferences, 2 different styles of play. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to switch it because I don't know what Hannah does in the SEC. Not taking anything away from Hannah. She's a great defender. She's a great basketball player. I think she would still make some noise in the SEC. What I'm saying is that you can't just say automatically that if you switch them, that Hannah would have a great year, because you could say the absolute same thing for Raven. You put Raven in the ACC and she's amazing, right? Like, so it's kind of hard to say.
So this comment here, I'm sure that Raven played great D on Sarah Strong. Dude is a hater straight up. She played 3 minutes of defense on Sarah Strong and she fouled her, and they didn't call it. Actually, they called one and they didn't call the others. She fouled her. I mean, like, this is the type of comment I get from people who told me I'm dumb. I don't know what I'm talking about. By the way, thank you, DJ Doug. Appreciate it.
They tell us the same shit, Rudy, and we played.
Huh?
They tell us the same shit, and we played. So.
No, of course. Look, it's her role in the WNBA is to be a defensive player. If she doesn't do that, she won't last in the league for 2 years because they dump them people out of that league so damn fast. Unless the new CBA has protected first round picks for 3 or 4 years, I don't know if that's been made a change. Because if you look at the first rounds of the last 5 WNBA drafts, 75% of those players are not in the league, like literally not in the league, because they get rid of them, they churn and burn them. That's why I thought that trade for Angel Reese was a freaking insanely bad trade. Where you're giving away picks that are not going to make the team. But
it's good that the WNBA is expanding though, because it just gives more room for those girls not to get waived. I mean, that's the one thing about the WNBA that I'm excited for with the expansion teams is to give more opportunity to those college girls graduating and give them more of an opportunity to play in the league. I think before they didn't have enough teams, they didn't have enough roster spots. They didn't have the money. They didn't have the money, but now that they're expanding, I'm hoping to see more of those girls in the league and stay around. But I agree they were just waiving them. They get drafted and they get waived like 3 weeks later.
This wasn't planned. This wasn't a question I had written down, but like, for example, Deja Kelly is not in the WNBA. Is Deja Kelly not better than a third of those players in that league? These old people won't go away. So the old heads won't let the new blood in. They lock them out. They find every way to keep them out. And it's kind of a problem in this league to me. And that's the WNBA thing. But I think Deja Kelly is better than a lot of these players that are in the WNBA, like Sydney Colson.
I mean, it's a lot of them like that. We talked about this a little bit.
We talked about this before too,
where we felt like, especially in the women's world, that we talked about that social media presence, that brand presence, like the people knowing who you are and your name. Does that outweigh your play
skill and your talent,
and your skill and talent?
Because it's all about selling tickets since they so hurt for money.
Right.
So I'm critical of Raven Johnson. That makes me a racist, right? Okay.
Oh, God.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I am racist because I criticize the basketball players. Men get criticized by men all the time in basketball, and no one cares. Stephen A. Smith made a whole 10-year video on Kwame Brown and destroying that man and calling him a scrub for a decade. Like, people can be critiqued. Like, if you want to be that, then you can get critiqued. So I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all played D1 ball for 4 years.
Yeah.
You're sitting here watching this portal shit. You're watching NIL. Do you hate these players today? I'm kidding. But like, do you sit back and say, God damn, these girls are getting broke off. You got a player who's averaging 1 point per game, literally in the portal, asking for $250,000.
I always say that me and Tacarra could have got some money.
Oh yeah, we could have got money for sure. So like for us, like we those type of people who like we just adapt to like change if it makes sense. Like it's just different now. You get what I'm saying? Like, am I one of them ones now? Like, cause people say all the time when it comes to like the WNBA players, like they'll say like this person's a hater, that person's a hater. And a lot of times we don't really see it that way. Like, is she really hating? You know what I'm saying? We don't see it that way. But like for us, like. We happy for the girls. Now, for me, the only thing I have questioned recently when it comes to like the mid-majors, my thing is like for you, it's like one, what are you going in the portal for? Why do you have representation? Are you good enough to go to this next level? I think that some of them are setting themselves up for failure. I think, are you getting bad advice? What are you really doing here? But I think it's like a lot of the times those ones, if we talk about the people who's averaging 2 points, it's a lot of people who probably wasn't good enough to be D1 anyway. And that just is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it is a certain level of entitlement in some cases, but I'm happy for them getting the money because like, end of the day, we was broke. We didn't have nothing. We didn't have nothing to show for it. And also, too, when they say it's student athlete, it's not. It's athlete first. You don't have no direction when you come out. You definitely ain't got no money. So at least they setting themselves up for something. Start a business. I don't know.
Something.
So
Invest.
Invest something.
Something.
So for us, as far as NIL, we happy, but but it is what it is at this point. So it's like, I guess the transfer portal.
How do you feel about the portal? There's over 13. Is it more than 1,400 now? I mean, it was 1,300 yesterday.
It's up there. The portal at first, I was all happy for it because end of the day, the coaches have always been able to do what they wanted to do. Morehead State's coach, where Courtney's at, she was there for a year, and what did she do? She left. So for me, I just feel like in football, it happens all the time. They get the next best opportunity, they out of there. So for me, like, I'm happy for the girls. Go ahead and go. But it's like, as a fan, it's kind of hard, like, for me to like a team. And I made this decision within like the last 2 days. It's kind of hard for me to get excited, for me to like a team, or, and for me to think about, because, before in the past, Rudy, you a basketball fan, you think to yourself, when that girl becomes a junior, when that dude becomes a junior, man, we gonna be good at this team. You can't have that. You can't have that no more. But also, too, the reason why I really am getting to the point with the portal is like, some of y'all do gotta wait y'all's time. Some of y'all, your attitude sucks. Your attitude ain't gonna change if you leave Tennessee Tech and go to Morehead. If you ain't got no left hand here, you ain't gonna have one there if you don't work in your game. So I feel like a lot of it is just, skipping the process. So
skipping the process.
I don't mind the after your sophomore year. I don't like the freshman transfer. The sophomore year, junior year, I'm okay with that. But the freshman transfer, I don't like.
I feel that because I think you didn't play a lot. You're a freshman.
Exactly.
You're a freshman. Like,
because you weren't supposed to.
You weren't expected to play. Like these college football players now, when they bounce as freshmen, like, you're not supposed to play as a freshman if your team's any good.
Yeah.
And you by the way, so this is a comment that was put up, and I always find it so cute. By the way, thank you, Jeff Blaze. Big 4 goes to this guy who starts at Rakea Jackson.
That's what they saying. It ain't official.
Yeah, which is absolutely another. What are the Sparks thinking about? There better be so much more, and that's insane.
You know what I think?
What you think?
I think they're gonna get Satu. Is what I think. But Rakia's been playing like the little 3-4 spot. You're gonna have to pay De'Erica Hamby. I think they're gonna get Satu.
Okay, so what did I not? So this is Audrey Davis. Maybe not what was my personal attack? If I say someone's not good at basketball. What have I said negatively about her personality? I don't know her. See, this is what I'm talking about. So, and then the next one says, "Please, girls, we love you. Get off with him. He is racist and has nothing to do with rape." All right. Just for people's edification, that's my wife.
Oh, child. Okay.
That's my wife.
Okay.
That's my wife.
My queen.
So, that's my wife, and I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma for 29 years.
Come on now.
Okay.
29 years. So if you have any idea what that is, Tawana Jameson, you might understand a little bit better. And my background is Cuban, Italian, and I have 3 biracial children.
Yeah. So honestly, Rudy, I think that's the unfortunate part for y'all.
Yes, it's just silliness when people sit here and say shit like that. Like, and I get called that by white people too. So I just find that hilarious. So it's like, I have not said a negative. I don't know Raven Johnson. So what did I say negative about Raven Johnson on a personal level? I don't think she's very good at basketball. That is basketball. If you don't like it, I am sorry, not y'all, but this is what I'm talking about. It's crazy. But yeah, there's nothing having a black woman. You're okay, whatever. My political party is Democrat. I live in Broward County, Florida. If you've ever been down here, it's 75% Democrat.
Rudy.
I mean, this is the type of stupidity that you get from certain people that don't understand basics. Like, and the most, and quite frankly, in my lifetime, the most conservative people I've ever met were older black people. Older blacks, older grandparent blacks, they're the most conservative people I've ever been around in my life. So, and I'm from a multicultural society. South Florida, it is Haitian, Dominican.
My husband's from Miami Gardens.
Really?
Yeah, my husband's from Miami.
Did he go to Miami Norland? Carroll City.
No, all his whole family went to Carroll City. The whole family.
Okay.
He moved here when he was in 7th grade. But I go there all the time. I've been there all the time. And it's funny being like a light-skinned black woman. Like I went to the store and they
thought you were white. What?
They looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like confused. And
you're in Murder Gardens. What are you talking about?
I was confused, and then they had to explain, and I was like, "Got it, okay." Cool. So,
I'm gone. Bye.
Okay, got it. Because I was like
I'm gone.
I go to the Family Dollar and get sized up, and I'm like, "What we got beef for?" Like, and he like explained, and I'm like, "Got it, cool, okay." Got it.
So what I mean, so the portal's out of control right now. We see today, Jada Rashard, a week after Kim Mulkey told the world nobody's leaving besides Divine Barrage or whatever, Borage or whatever. No one's leaving. And here you got Bella Hines takes off. Who was the other one that left? Kayla Gilbert.
Well, she wasn't on the team this year. She took a year off.
She was there, but then she left because she said that she had a family issue or something.
She did.
Mm-hmm. So my guess is that if she has a family issue, she might be moving back to Tampa area to go to South Florida UCF since Gabe Lazo left Tennessee to LSU. I'm wondering about Central Florida, by the way, because I wonder what that guy's got cooked up. Is he taking everybody from Tennessee? I'm curious. Is he going to bring Olivia Edwards down to UCF and make a storm in the Big 12?
I don't think she go there. I don't think
they got enough money.
I think
how much? Because UCF is like the second, third biggest school in the country.
I think with her, she's a type player. You gonna find the money. But with her, I just don't think that stage is big enough for her. I don't think that school is big enough.
But do they find it for the women's program though?
Yep. I know.
You get what I'm saying?
They find it.
They do?
For her?
Okay. I know they do. They find it.
The girl that just did a freaking a pull up on the damn rim?
They find it.
What I'm saying is that some schools don't like value the women's. Like it might go, most of the money might go to football. Most of the money might go to men's basketball. Right. So that's
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he coached high school basketball down here in Miami. He started off at Ferguson High School in Miami. So and he made a bunch of Cuban white girls look good in basketball, which is hard.
It definitely is. I coach hockey. It definitely is.
But so Jada Rashard enters the portal. Bella Hines enters the portal. Kim Mulkey brags about them all coming back. Bella Hines' dad goes off. And then I told y'all earlier before we got on, I think parents just close their mouths sometimes, but he said what he said. Do these things expose Kim Mulkey for being completely full of crap, or are these things shockers, or what are your thoughts on this stuff? Because it's really interesting that I think she should wait to say anything until after the portal's closed. But Mulkey has an ego the size of Louisiana, and whether like my thoughts on her recruiting job last year, it was atrocious because you don't recruit 4 guards. You have no bigs. The only big you got is a slow white woman from freaking Notre Dame who transferred down here, who can't run your system because you like to run the ball up and down the floor. Do you feel like they give her a pass there as well? And then, because like Flau'jae Johnson, she gives her the ball at the end of the game, sits Malaysia Fulwiley for the 2 most important possessions of the game against Duke, even though Malaysia Fulwiley carried them there in that game, and sits her down, and she puts Flau'jae Johnson in the game, or has her take the last shot, gets blocked. Michaela Williams grabs a rebound, luckily makes the free throws, and then Flau'jae Johnson plays some of the most horrible defense I've seen in that play on Ashlyn Jackson. What are your thoughts? Is it toxic? Is it messy? And what are your thoughts of Rashard jumping in the portal?
I think that Kim spoke prematurely? From what I'm seeing now, yes, obvious. I think that's obvious that she spoke prematurely to her knowledge. I think that I don't know how much Kim involvement is anymore. I don't think Kim even knows I'm talking about involvement as far as like recruiting. I think that Kim is at a work where she's worked, and I'm a Kim Mulkey fan. I love Kim Mulkey, to be honest with you. Okay. I think with Kim Mulkey, I think Kim Mulkey's focus is on the court. That's my job, and y'all got everything else. So, I bet you Kim Mulkey probably don't even know how much these players is making in NIL until she gets pissed off and asks somebody, how much are we paying? How much are we paying her? Then she hears, and then I think that, to be honest, I think that she's probably at that point, which is fine. But when it comes to Jada Rashard, to me, I think that And this one threw me for a loop. I'm gonna be honest. That one blew my damn mind. But I think with Jada, I think either two things, even Jada and Bella, I think it's one or two things. I think that they have somebody big coming that they have to pay, because I know some of these players are in the portal asking for $800,000. They're asking for $1 million. So that money has to come from somewhere.
Freshmen or transfers? Oh, portal.
Transfers.
Portal.
Transfers.
For the girl out of Virginia, maybe?
Yeah. The portal people, they're asking for a lot of money. I think with they picking and choosing of, okay, what can we get rid of? What can we do without to get this? So I think it's that. Now with Bella's situation, I said this on our show. I think with Bella, I think it was probably if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. I think she had every intention. I think with her, I don't think that was her choice. Now with Jada, I think Jada might have got an offer that she couldn't refuse. Because I think that at this point, I think it's all about negotiations now. The portal is free agency. I think that they get in the portal, they call, their parents call. I know they do this. Their parents call and they talking about this number. They talking about this number. Okay, I can get this. Can you match this? No, I got to go. So, I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. But like I said.
Do you like it? Or do you hate it? Because I think it kills player development to me. Because going coach to coach to coach to coach, you got players that are in 4 schools in 5
stability.
years. Yeah, no stability.
I don't think that they care. I think that I think that this is just a totally different game. Think about it. Courtney, when we came up, what was our goal? What were we going to college for? To get a free education.
A degree.
That's what we were going to school for.
Facts. Coaches said that. They said DeVry College is on the ground.
Yeah.
Don't be dribbling the ball looking at the ground. DeVry College is on the ground. You need to be looking at the basket.
That's what they were offering you. We're going to offer you a free ride.
Coaches was like, they were like D3 and D2 was on the ground. You need to look at the basket. Don't be dribbling the ball. And
still to this day, Courtney, what are you proud of? I'm proud to say I ain't got no kids and I ain't got no student loans. I'm proud to say that. Now,
I didn't leave with millions now.
I didn't leave with millions, but I ain't got no student loans. I'm proud to say that shit. Okay.
They forgiving them shits now, Tacarra.
Yeah, and Courtney, me and you, your husband went for free, my husband went for free. So we really proud. We ain't got no student loans in this house. We proud to say that. So now I don't want to say that I hate it, because I want to be like, we both left with 600,000. So I can't hate that.
Man, what? Yeah.
I can't hate it. Like, because end of the day, like, Rudy, you come out of school like me. I didn't know what I wanted. I'm 35 years old and I'm just now figuring out that I love the podcast. I'm learning that I love video. I'm learning that about myself at 35 years old. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I was good at.
Facts, yeah.
If I would have had 600,000 until I figured this shit out, praise God.
I would have tried a bunch of shit.
I would have tried. I might have left. But to your point, if I'm at Tennessee Tech, and Rudy, I love my school. I love my university. I Tennessee Tech down, honey. But I'm Miss Tennessee Tech. If I'm at the school, I'm the player that I am. If somebody gets on that phone and they call my mama and say, we got $250,000. If your daughter will come over here, baby, I got to go.
But what's crazy though? When we was growing up though, it wouldn't even took that much.
Shit. You probably could have got me for 25.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
It wouldn't even took that much. This whole NIL and portal stuff, this is the NCAA's fault.
Yeah.
This is the NCAA's fault. We were sitting in meetings in college. Yeah. There was a mandatory meeting that all the athletes had to go to in college about NCAA regulations, about what you could do and what you couldn't do. As far as what you could take and what you couldn't take, and what you could accept and what you couldn't. It was a whole thing.
Get in trouble.
My senior year, they were like, if you don't give this back, we're gonna suspend you. Somebody, people that came to our games, my game, since I was a freshman, they made us little dolls. Like one of the fans made us a doll for senior night, and they said, Courtney and Linda, if you don't give this back, we're gonna suspend you. You have to pay for it. Yeah, I said you didn't even make it. What are you talking about? So I said, how much? I asked, how much does it cost? Because you didn't even make it. I said, how much does it cost? He looked at it and he said, I think $20. I said, bruh.
Yeah, you
Whatever.
crazy. Take it back.
Yeah.
Just take the
And
dog.
same thing with Courtney. Like, man, Rudy, when I was in tech, I go to a restaurant, I was good. I didn't pay for nothing. They found out. Then next thing I know, I'm paying money. I had to write down a list of everything that I took, and I got to pay 20. I lied and said it was $25. I had to pay $25 back to my program. So to me, how we see it, it's just reparations. If I'm being honest, I know. I'm sorry to cuss on her. F the NCAA.
Cuss. You can cuss all day on here.
It's reparations.
Not for real.
I'm anti NCAA just because look at Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush deserved his money. They've been getting over for years. So for me, I'm not sticking
Maurice
to them.
Claret, all of them.
You know where I'm from?
Yeah.
I'm from Dade County. I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Right. So
for sure.
We are the kings of paying players back in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. We've done enough probation. I mean, look, I mean, I've always championed for giving the big, like the stipend. When I heard the stipend, I was like, how much? Yeah. You're supposed to live in there for how many months? Oh, well, they get free meals. I'm like, who the fuck wants to eat a goddamn cafeteria food for fucking 4 straight months?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 8 straight months, so they go back home for a month.
Hey, Rudy, I'm going to say this too, how I feel about the people. The people who mad at the players getting paid and mad at the NIL, you ain't play. So I don't really, the people who's mad at it is how I see it. You mad because you ain't play. We was broke. And think about it. Me and Courtney was there before you got free unlimited meals. Shout out to, who was it? Napier. For UConn, who said he was starving in his dorm room. Yeah. That man said he was starving in his dorm room. And then next thing you know, we get unlimited meals. I'm like, all I had to say, I was starving on TV?
I promise you. I promise you in 1996, the Florida State football players were not starving.
That's what I'm saying.
They were not starving. They were not starving.
I'm happy about it for women because
it was under the table.
The men weren't starving. The women were.
Yeah.
So for me, if you think about this influencer, right? The influence industry, it's $1 billion industry that's 90% ran by women. So to me, the NIL is the perfect thing to happen to women's basketball for that reason, because we finally getting ours. And the thing, I had situations where I had potential where I could have tried out for the WNBA or could have went, but they told me I was gonna make $39,000. Absolutely not. I came out of college making $50,000. So it ain't, the math ain't mathing. So for me, I look at it that way. As far as like the women are getting their money, they getting set up. It's about time. So that's how I see it.
Facts.
No, I always felt the stipends should be way larger. Like they could have made it lots more simple by giving them much bigger checks.
Yes.
And you wouldn't have had any headache. There would have been no issues. But
it's the NCAA's fault.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You choose to go this way, and then what happens? The thing becomes it's chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's chaos, and it's all. I remember when they brought NIL, and that was more so because of football, and I was like, this is nothing more than pay for play. Let's call it what it is. Well, it's name, image, and likeness. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck is buying a goddamn race boat from a fucking 19-year-old putting their face on a fucking Instagram post? Get the fuck out of here. The guy that went to University of Florida, Jaden Rashada, the football player, who's been to 4 different schools and sued Billy Napier and sued the school and the whole shit. That guy.
I remember that. Yeah.
You know what his NIL was? It was like $3 million a year.
My God.
For him to make like 10 appearances for 30 minutes a pop, and do like 6 or 12 Instagram posts for $3 million a year.
Yeah,
that is not. I mean, and ain't nobody buying shit because he puts his name on it. Like, am I buying an AT&T phone right? Like from Cameron Boozer because he's on a damn ad right now?
No.
No.
Hey, Jose Head, my husband got a check off that. The video games. My husband got a nice little couple thousand off that beat on a video game. Yeah,
because it's like these guys like Cameron Boozer. He's from down here. He played at Columbus High School in Miami. Him and his brother, and they're from down here. They won 4 straight state championships. They finally tasted some damn losing. I hate Duke. I will always hate Duke in men's basketball because I grew up a Carolina fan. But those guys I don't think you're paying a regular even Kevin Hart $2 million for a commercial on AT&T. I don't even know if you're paying him that. But magically, these college male athletes are getting paid out. And hey, more power to them. Enjoy it, because I don't know how long it's going to last. We're going to have a whole lot of lawsuits. I mean, whether it is we got 25-year-olds playing quarterback in college, or 28-year-olds
what
playing men's
though?
basketball.
But you know what, Rudy?
That
It's
kid
like
Chad Mozzarella over there who's
all of this stuff is trickling down to like youth sports too, though.
It's killing it.
It's going to high school. It's
Horrible.
going to youth sports.
Horrible.
I mean, it's like a whole thing.
8 years old with a logo.
You understand? So I tried to put my son, my older one, into Little League football. Little League football has always petrified me because most of these coaches don't know what the hell they're doing. Like they literally have no idea.
They're balling,
and that's exactly why I don't. That my son doesn't even do.
And they're gambling on these games. They're the biggest gamble. There's an ESPN documentary on the park right near where I live, which is the headquarters of the largest gambling thing of Little League football.
Hold on, what's the name of that?
I live in
No, you said it's a documentary.
There's a I'll have to Google. I'll send you a message with
or just message.
I'll message you. There was a documentary about this one kid who basically capped out at 13.
Wow.
Like he was like a 13-year-old superstar, 12-year-old superstar, and the dope boys were gambling thousands of dollars on this kid scoring touchdowns.
Oh God.
On a 12-year-old.
Oh God.
Like it's real. I mean, and so I didn't want to put him in it because I took him there. They got graphics. I'm committing to this Little League program. It's a fucking Little League program.
They committing to high schools, which is
it's crazy.
High schools,
it's crazy.
It is absolutely
crazy.
Nuts.
Because my son is 7, so like getting into that world is kind of scary. I'm not even. It's scary because it's so different than when we came up.
Yeah.
You know. And I agree with you about the football stuff. I like football. You can't be playing around with.
No,
you over here gambling, and you need to be teaching my baby how to tackle so he don't be paralyzed. You get what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? I just don't like he's like Rudy said, like y'all are worried about the wrong things. You know what I mean? Because football is not something to be played with. It's not.
You saw when what the hell? Aqib Talib's brother shot and killed other coach over a Little League football game.
So
they be doing that.
It'd be crazy.
He's in prison for the rest of his damn life.
It's crazy.
Like, you imagine you pulled a gun on a Little League football game on another coach and shot him and killed him. I mean, it's insane. Like, so I'm gonna ask you this question. So you're a mother. You go to a Little League football practice. The first practice, coach doesn't even introduce. The coaches don't even introduce themselves to you. Don't even introduce them. Don't even know. The kids don't even know each other. There's some that know because they came back from the year before. Show up. My son's an athlete. My son, I think, can play college football, like legitimately. He's well advanced in my opinion, because I've covered high school and college football, and I got college football players and pros that said, you know, he has the tools. It's all about the attitude and not being a lazy sack of shit, pretty much. But so I bring him. They're running. No introductions. Don't even know who the head coach is. Don't even know who the head coach is. I had to leave. I come back. And I get there, and they're running a practice, and my son's standing on the sideline, and about 20 kids standing on the sideline. They're running plays. It's the first day. What playbook did we get? How do we run in plays? Oh, the kids from last year are running plays. Oh, great, okay. And then at the end, I got this one dude who showed up 90 minutes late, who says, "All y'all motherfuckers, fuck y'all motherfuckers. If you're fucking late, you're fucking not gonna be part of this fucking team. So cut the fuck. I mean, F-bomb, 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 F." They're 13. They've heard the language. Fine. I don't know you. You haven't earned the opportunity, the privilege to cuss my son out at.
But you know what though? But you just said that the coach came late. See that's a red flag in general.
And he said,
like, don't cuss at my baby, but that's red flag. I'm pulling my baby. What?
No, we went
lost
one
your
more.
mind.
We went one more day, and that was it. And I'm like,
yeah,
we'll wait for high school football. Wait, where we have real coaches that actually play football, understand football, and are trying to get my kid killed. So
exactly.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean, that was wild, and you may experience it at some point. You know, you.
My son's he's a baseball. He's a baseball.
I love baseball.
He's a baseball guy.
My younger one was a baseball guy, and he decided he wanted to play basketball, and I was like, oh, damn it. No, he's on a 12 U Adidas team. Junior Adidas team.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So he's like on the circuit, like the circuit. Because it's like I feel like AAU is like so different now.
Yeah. Oh, I coached AAU. It was way different. We had 17U teams now. Now there's 100 17U teams in Miami and just Dade and Broward County.
Man, what my AAU team won nationals when we were 16, and we went to that nationals every year since we were like probably like 9. And I was like, we never gonna win this. Like, it was an honor to go to nationals and you playing against the best of the best. It was the best of the best. And we finally won that thing when we were 16. I remember I told my dad, I said, I didn't think we was ever gonna win this. And we finally did it. But now it's like they have like 100 tournaments. They have 100 teams. It's like 100, you know, like it's like it's losing its
this alliance
and players are getting paid to play in certain tournaments too.
You have one called the Alliance, one called Made Hoops. You have another one, and they're all cash grabs. Like you go to the front door, it's like $80 for the weekend. Like to watch 12-year-olds play basketball.
It's crazy.
I can go to a Heat game for that.
And like, I know it's different now, but my mom used to carry around like different color stamps and markers. Because she used to be like, forget that. Like she would used to what's the color today? Okay.
I hosted a travel team tournament. It was $15 for the weekend.
Yeah.
It wasn't 40 or
but you know what
$80.
Though? You know what kind of like upsets me about it is that like, see, when we was playing, we were in like those like elite tournaments, right? So a lot of the tournaments that we went to, college coaches were gonna be there.
Yes.
Right. So my thing is like, what are college coaches gonna be there? Are you gonna be seen?
That's my thing. For a 12U event.
Not you know what I'm saying? Like my thing is like we're paying all of this money for, you know what I mean, whatever, but are we being exposed? Is my kid being exposed?
That's the question.
That's the point of the travel select team.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's kind of like the muddled part. Like, are we just playing in random tournaments or are we playing to be seen? It's like totally different.
I coached my own team and I also assisted on another team that was a Nike team at the time. We went to the Peach Jam in North Augusta. That was back when Ty Lawson and Kevin Durant were in high school. And we played them. And it was an experience. I mean, they beat us by 3. Ty Lawson was built like an absolute linebacker in high school.
I remember Ty.
He was a tank. And we had a kid on our team named Denny Clemente. It's a Puerto Rican kid who might have weighed $145, but he had 38 points on Ty Lawson. And his whole body after the game just cramped up. Like he cramped. We had to carry him back to the car. And Kevin Durant was 6'9". He might have been $130. He was so skinny. And I think he was a sophomore at the time. He wasn't the Kevin Durant you saw at Texas or whatever. He was developing. You know, they actually played him they were actually playing him in the post, which was nuts when you think about Kevin Durant. And you watch these players and you're seeing like, Jesus Christ. Like I remember watching John Shire, the coach of Duke, was on that tournament.
Yeah. He
was in the tournament that I remember that we went to the Peach Jam.
I remember John Shire.
Watching those guys play ball. It was, you may have heard Martell Webster was on a team out of Seattle, and there were so many big time players. I mean, we went to New York. My team went to New York. We played in the Rumble in the Bronx. Oh my God. We played Johnny Flynn.
Oh, he was a monster. I loved him.
That motherfucker put his chin over the rim. He was like 5'9", 5'10". He put his chin over the rim. We played his team. It was like, oh my, this is different. Because South Florida was never basketball. It was football.
Yeah.
Right. So we can put together one team, but not. We went to New York. We're playing these 5 different teams from New York City and New York State. You're like, yeah, this is shit. You know. But no, that AAU is just it's different. What do you think of the Flau'jae Johnson stuff this year? Because people got mad at me. I said last year, I quote, Flau'jae Johnson's the best all-around player in the country. And I say all around, I mean she can handle, she can shoot, she plays good defense, she plays with passion, effort, energy, everything that you want of her. Does it mean she's the best player? No. But all around, she did everything. And I thought easily she's one of the best players in the country. And then this year, she focused a lot on becoming a rapper and her artistry, and her numbers go into the toilet. They drop, yes, into the toilet. It was not the same player. And her mama's making comments to the public and talking shit about South Carolina and how she's won in life and whatever the fuck else she said about them. And what are your thoughts? Like, do you think that she really has? And then even Kim Mulkey said, she's got 2 jobs and she wakes up like, well, there's the problem. You're telling me that she's focusing on 2 things, which means she's not focusing on either thing. What are your thoughts as a basketball player? Could you have been a rapper and a basketball player at the same damn time and been able to give all of your energy to basketball?
So first things first, Rudy, in our day, you weren't allowed to do anything else.
Yes.
But basketball. So that stuff would not have flown. It would nowhere near. No, it wouldn't happen. So the fact that we're happy that these girls are allowed to have a life, I'll start there. Because we weren't allowed to have one.
And can I just let me
go ahead
on that point?
Go ahead.
So I can, before you continue, because a lot of times, like because you got to think like life after basketball, and a lot of times for us in like any student athlete, that sport has pretty much consumed our whole life. Yeah. You know what I mean? We have a lot of times we might not have the time to pick up another hobby. We may not find what else that we are interested in. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like by the time we graduate, we just like, okay, so
what's next?
What are we supposed to do now?
What am I supposed to do?
Like, I don't have a schedule. I'm not supposed to be anywhere.
I don't have a hobby.
I'm not playing basketball anymore. So now I'm just doing it for fun, you know? So, but continue, Tacarra.
Yeah, no, like to your, like what we're saying, like we weren't allowed to have anything else. So I wish I would have had something else, maybe not to that extreme, but that's something that I appreciate. And I think that with her, that was the reason why she went there, because, you know, they took her to the studio, nice play, you know, to get her. Do I think this was her worst absolute season this year? Absolutely. We was on Fly's ass all year. There was one time where I said Big Fo looked like big shit on the episode, and you know, I said that, you know, for me, it's just like, to be honest with you, I felt like with Fo this year, like it was a whole lot of, I felt like with her, I expected more, because to me, she should have been a leader on that team. And it was a whole bunch of times where with her, I felt like if it was good, she was all for it. She was all for it. She coaching on the side of the line. She drawing up plays, but it wasn't good. She don't want to come to the media. She don't want to talk to the media. So that's how I felt about it. Like I said, this absolutely was her worst season. But the unfortunate part about that, sometimes, man, you got some people who have a worse season. Unfortunately for me, my senior year was my worst season too. You know what I'm saying? I underachieved. I felt like my senior year because of injuries. I ain't making no excuses. I just didn't fucking play like I should have. I'll say that. But so with her, like, now the mama situation, to me, I think that's the prime example of the daughter is the breadwinner. I mean, what is she supposed to say? You know what I mean? What is she supposed to say? I mean, is she supposed to
nothing?
That, I mean, she's supposed to praise her all the time and supposed to back her, because, you know, that's it. And that's just keeping it a buck with you with that. But man, I want her to, I think with some people in college, it can get kind of old to you. End of the day with Flau'jae, one thing we can't take away from her, Flau'jae is a champion. That's something can't nobody. So we can say what we want to say all day long. That girl is a champion. She came there. She did it her first year. We cannot ever take that away from her. That is what it is. But with her, where she's trying to transition to with the next year, the mama's not going to be able to be in the way, because it's grown women in that locker room. They going to say something to you. They going to say something to whoever's around you. So I think for her, she needed a little humble pie. She needed a little something to where she has to recourse and rework and figure out and get in that gym. So I think for her, like, sometimes I think that things can happen to you to set you up for your next step and set you up for your next chapter in your life. And I think that with her, that season was that.
What do you say to this comment here?
And that's her.
Because I didn't see that, but okay.
This ain't the year to this ain't the year to share the ball my senior year, especially if I'm trying to go to league. I don't care. I ain't sharing shit. Whatever.
I mean, because if that was the case, what the hell happened to Michaela Williams? Because she dropped by 6 points per game too. 5-6 points per game.
Don't get me started on
they both had their games fall off. And I'm sorry, but Malaysia's full Wiley's game wasn't enough to change it, because last year Anissa Kamaro averaged 19 and 12. So you didn't make up for that. You had other players that are role players score. You had freshmen come in and score. When to me, Flage, this is your time. Take this shit. You better be averaging 22 a game this year. This is your shit. You averaged 19 a game last year. You need to be at 22 right now. You need to take this ball and run with it. And it was like the opposite to me, And then when she didn't show up for the press conference after they lost, I thought that was the weakest thing I've ever seen in my life, because you're the senior and you got the two juniors in there sitting next to Kim Mulkey. And Kim Mulkey, I don't know what it is about media, but they sure as shit don't like to ask real questions. Because
she be on their ass.
Yeah, but they don't exactly. It's like they bully these pussy ass media members and they're not asking questions. Mulkey, we just watched you take out your best player for the last two possessions. Your best, the defensive player who posted on social that she was the defensive player of the year, that your entire team co-signed on the social media. You sat her on the bench. You sat her on the bench on the offensive possession. You got lucky because that damn block shot landed in Michaela Williams' hands for a freaking foul in the free throws. And then you leave homegirl on the bench again for the defensive possession. And the player that should have been otherwise guarding freaking Ashlyn Jackson probably would have been Malaysia Wiley, and that shot wouldn't even gotten off. And they don't ask her that, and she has still not been asked that question. That is weak ass journalism to me. What are your thoughts of the fact that she benched Malaysia Wiley and Flage Johnson no showing the press conference? Because one thing I said, and I've always been a hard ass on Angel Reese, she showed the fuck up.
She always did.
She sure did.
Always did.
She sure did.
Always did.
She sure did. I mean, like for me, I think one of the things that we talked about this season, like me and Tacarra, was like,
I'm sorry.
No, you okay?
She didn't get asked the question to answer it, is what I said. Pay attention. Go ahead.
I think for me and Tacarra, we talked about Malaysia throughout the season, and one of the things that came up is playing her late game, and her ability to take care of the ball in late game, her ability to make good decisions late game, and throughout the season. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, Tacarra, but there have been times where we have questioned Malaysia down the stretch. I mean, even Kim has made comments about playing Malaysia late game. Right. Yeah. And Malaysia saying like, well, I really haven't been in late game to bring a game home. So I don't know if this was a situation where Kim was just like, I'm not really feeling it because you ain't really showed me that I trust you late game yet. So we're going to sit you. And then once the possession change, we're going to sub and you be on offense.
No, or Courtney, you know what I think? And I've said this, I think Kim's substitutions and rotations have been questionable all single year.
They have, but we not talked about Malaysia?
For sure.
Okay, so that's my point.
For sure. But in that case, for sure, in that case, because it's like I think I'm more with like Rudy's point as far as, because I thought about the two. At the end of the day, she posted that she got a block. Well. She was playing well. You know what I'm saying? But I think.
But do you go with your senior who's won a championship?
Because you should. I get that.
You get what I'm saying? She's won a championship. I've been with her for 4 years.
I'm not mad.
So I mean, I agree with that point as well, because she had I agree. I think Malaysia should have been in. I do think that. I'm not saying I don't think she should have. I think she should have been in the game because she was really the only one that was consistent throughout the entire game.
She carried them.
I do think she should have been in, but I do know that we have questioned Malaysia in close games down the stretch where she will turn that thing over, and then it's like a layup. It's a 4-point swing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, you could say like, yeah, she should have been. Yes, I think in that moment she should have, but maybe it was a thing where like, you know what? I'm going to go with my senior because it's late game and it's her last year and she going to give it all she got. I don't know. I don't know.
Fact. Good job.
I don't know.
Last year she going to give it all her got. Good.
She going to
give
that.
We'll say that. We'll say that because you know how I go. We say that. We on there. We on the court with that one.
You got me.
We're on the court with that.
You got me.
We're on the court with that.
Tania Latson. Did Tania Latson make the right decision, in your opinion, to go to South Carolina from Florida State? Or could she have gone somewhere else where you think it would have worked out a lot better for her? Maybe not a national championship, but because her stock, and I think both. I think Flage Johnson's stock has dropped in the draft, and I think Tania Latson's has really dropped in the draft.
I mean, could she have went somewhere else and accomplished a Final Four? I mean, we got to go based off what she said. She said that she went there she didn't care about how many points she scored. She didn't care about none of that. She said she went for a chance to win a national championship. And she had that chance. So for me, I just got to go off of what she said that she wanted to do. Do I think that her draft stock? Absolutely. I was, you know what, to be honest with you, people can say what they want to. I still expected Latson to come in and average about 20 on that team. I did, even though that may not be, Don's system. I still felt like she could still come and do that. I feel like when they needed a bucket, they needed somebody to cook to be a main. I expected her to do, because I watched her at Florida State and she could play. So incredible. I still expected her to do that. But to the point that you made earlier, I think about the Louisville game. That's when I was like, hold on, wait. Why do we got the person who averaged 25 in the corner? What are we doing? I said, what are we doing? So, and for me, I just felt like I don't understand why it took so long for her to, and did she ever really get there in the offense? You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why that took so long. I don't get that. So it's like, if we go off of what she said she wanted to accomplish, she got a Final Four ring. You can't take that away from her. That's something she's gonna talk about for the rest of her life. So she picked the right place in her eyes. But it's like, where else would I have wanted her to see her at to win a national title, if that makes sense? So I just got to go off what she said, but it was underwhelming for me, her there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I thought she would have contributed more. I think I'll be honest, sometimes I really feel like Chloe Kitts getting hurt, I feel like really hurt South Carolina. I mean, that's you know what I mean? Chloe Kitts on the floor, that's a distraction. That's somebody that they have to guard. That leaves the perimeter open a little bit more to do a little bit more on the offense.
Good point.
But did I expect her to do a little bit more? Yes. But also, like, this is so plain. But I'm like, networking wise, you got Don Staley in your corner and Asia Wilson and all these people in your corner. Man, what? Heck yeah. That's a great business decision.
How would Chloe Kitts have changed their offense when you got Joyce Edwards out there and Medina Okot, and then you got Tessa Johnson, and then you got Tanaya and Raven Johnson on the floor? How does Chloe Kitts change that?
That's a great question. Chloe Kitts can knock down that mid-range consistently all the time.
So who would she come in for?
She's going to shoot it every single time. I think they would rotate between. That's a good question.
Okot?
Probably. I think they would start small. Okot would come off the bench.
Yeah.
But Chloe has the ability. See, this is the thing for me with Joyce. I love Joyce's game. But I think Joyce has to develop, and she can shoot the mid-range. Joyce can shoot the mid-range. She don't shoot it a lot, though. So for me, I see that as you're not 100% confident in that, even though she can do it and she has knocked it down. But with Chloe, you have to respect that automatically. So, and she can take it off the dribble. She can probably shoot a three. Chloe can shoot a three. So you have to guard her on the perimeter and you have to guard her in the middle. See, with Joyce, I can kind of play off a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll take Joyce. Listen, I'll take Joyce shooting that mid-range all day than her sweeping it through and shooting a layup, because she gonna make those way more.
And UCLA did that to Okot. They let Okot shoot jumpers too.
You shoot that all day, baby. Yeah. Shoot it all day.
And I'll take where that got her.
I will take that. But you do those teams do that same tactic against Chloe Kitts? No, because she can knock that down.
When Okot took those threes, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
we didn't mind the threes all year until the championship, and then it looked crazy.
Like, girl, what the fuck are you doing?
Post up. And it wasn't just her. Another girl came in and shot threes.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, at that point, were they playing catch up?
Oh, they were playing catch up in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
they were playing catch up in the first 5 minutes. So let me move into that one then. Lauren Betts. I have been a massive supporter of Lauren Betts. Last year, if you go back and watch any of my stuff from last year, I was riding the fucking UCLA train. I didn't give a fuck about USC. I'm like, UCLA is going to win the national championship. They're going to kick everybody's ass.
Ooh.
And they lost the 2 games to USC in the regular season. And then they got them in the Big Ten championship. They beat them. I think Lindsey Gottlieb ran Juju Watkins into the ground, got her hurt. I still think UCLA would have beaten them if they saw them again, because I just thought that UCLA was a better team per se. That was just my feeling. And then they get to UConn, and they get run the fuck off the floor as if they never played basketball in their lives. I mean, Betts had 26, and the rest of the team had 25 or 28 or whatever it was. It was 85-51 or 85-54. And I did a podcast, and then like 2 days later, their entire freshman class is in the portal.
Yeah.
And I did a podcast about it. This is portal shit. And I don't know if you know, but I got featured in that documentary UCLA on Fox Sports 1. My podcast got featured in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got featured in it because they said, and it comes up as the commercials, what the hell is going on in Westwood? They got 4 people going into the portal, their entire freshman class is in the portal, and then it brings up Corey Close. I got home.
They pay you for that?
Nah, I did it for
hell no.
They can have it.
It's exposure.
I take the exposure.
Right.
I take the exposure.
Put my podcast name
because you know what? If they clicked a lot of other shit, they might have not used it.
Right. Good point.
So, because I was not the greatest complimentary person to Corey Close. But Corey Close, right after that, is like, I was turning my phone on and I got all these messages. I got to come to the office right now type shit. And they're all leaving. And obviously, when you look back, London Jones was too goddamn small, but she had her guarding Juju Watkins at times. Like when they were playing, like, what are you doing? Yeah. And Janiah Barker, I've heard all kinds of stories about her. And then they lose, but you got these 5 super duper seniors. They're all 5th-year players, and that's no problem in today's world. They have it everywhere. And you bring in Yana Nipkins out of Utah.
Yep.
And you bring in, I have my reservations on Sienna Betts. I don't think she's that good, personally.
Not mad at that.
Massive reservations there. She looks like she was just a much bigger girl than the girls that she played in high school, because I don't see it right now. I think she has to lose about 25 pounds to get, to be more athletic. But I had picked UConn to play to play UCLA. I had UConn winning the national championship. I rode with, because UCLA, I'm like, y'all don't let me down. God damn it. You made me look bad. I was talking shit all year about y'all. And what happens is these motherfuckers at UConn make me look like shit too. I'm like, oh, God.
That's how I felt about Texas. I finally chose them. And then
I'm with you, Rudy. I had UConn and UCLA in I had UConn and Texas, actually.
Okay. So I had them beating UCLA, and I made I did a live the night before that game for those Final Four, and I said, I'm gonna go a hot take right here. Sarah Strong's never gonna lose another college basketball game again. So they're gonna go undefeated for the next 3 years. Then for the next 2 years, they're gonna win 4 straight national championships. So I'm gonna listen to no more bullshit about Breanna Stewart, because I just don't rock with Breanna Stewart.
Really?
I don't rock with Breanna Stewart.
Oh,
she had her teammate as a freshman was a national player of the year. And they build it up like she was the MOP of 2 games. She wasn't the best player on that team. We could argue that Sarah Strong was still the best player last year, even with Paige Beckers on that team.
Hold on, wait. Who you talking about? You said, who'd you say?
Breanna Stewart as a freshman was the 3rd best player on her team.
You think so? Who it was? Breanna Stewart.
National player, the national player of the year was Mosqueda Lewis.
No. Now I'm a big Kalina fan. Now.
Well, she was national player of the year that year.
I'm a big Kalina fan. I got a high school story about Kalina. One of my teammates told me, but I'm a big Kalina fan. Who was on that? Who was on them teams her year?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that freshman year, she was the 3rd leading scorer on the team. She was the 3rd leading scorer on that team.
It was her, Kalina, and who else? You remember? Okay, I'll be thinking too. I'll think about it. Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, so she was MOP of 2 games, but she wasn't the best player on that team.
Got you.
Sarah Strong, I would argue, was better than Paige Beckers last year. Just the way I felt. Sarah Strong, to me, it was as good as Paige Beckers, if not better. And I thought AZ Fudd was a 3rd option. and they turned her into I think AZ Fudd's overrated. She benefited off of the fact that everyone was paying attention to Paige Beckers and to Sarah Strong, and she showed up in in that Final Four, right? This year, she's the second option, and really, she needs to do it without Paige Beckers, and she's missing wide open looks all game.
Yeah,
and if she plays better, they beat South Carolina. If she plays better.
Not mad at that.
45% 3-point shooter, and she's missing shots where she's got 8 feet of space.
I said the same thing. I said she was open.
Go watch my video. She didn't take her most contested shot the entire game was a layup over Tessa Johnson with her left hand that she's like volleyball spiked off the backboard. and so
spike is crazy.
Well,
when she crazy as hell.
She put up her hand was like boom, but because she has no left. She has no left. And so it was like if that girl plays, if AZ plays better, they win. But but anyhow, I went that's total tangent.
That's okay.
UCLA, they got through that mudslinging fight with Texas, and I had that thought of
Was it mudslinging?
I
thought it was
like a mud fight, like a rock
so
fight.
Slow.
It was like a rock. What I mean, like a rock fight.
Was it a fight?
It was terrible. He's meaning it's awful. It was terrible.
It was awful. It was literally the worst basketball I've ever. It was
worse. It was a pillow
12U basketball.
It was a pillow fight. I don't even think rocks were thrown. Like what?
Well, I mean, Madison Booker threw a lot of rocks.
Bricks.
She threw a lot of bricks.
Don't get me started on that.
Madison Booker. I'm wondering them 3 girls all said I'm out of here because that girl's gonna fucking hog the ball even when she ain't making shit. I'll ask y'all this: you have a teammate who's were you the best player on your team in your last years, or at any point the best player, number one option?
Tacarra was.
I was my whole life.
Okay, you were your whole life. Okay, so you wouldn't relate, Courtney. If you had a teammate who was the number one scorer, who was one of 18, and she kept on jacking every goddamn shot, and did that dumbass shit driving into Lauren Betts with wide open Jordan Lee in the corner, and Rory Harmon pointing to her, no less.
Rudy,
I'm transferring the fuck out of there.
I've been on Madison Booker's ass this whole season.
We both have.
Madison Booker, she is such a great player, but she just don't be locked in. She just don't be like really reaching her full potential, man. Like I've been on Madison Booker's ass this entire time,
and we thought she was getting there.
And I said it. In that game, because she does this, she'll go like the whole game coasting. You know what I mean? Whole game coasting. And then the fourth quarter hit, and you want to just play hero ball and take all the shots. Where was this aggressiveness the first half of the game? You know what I mean? Like we're late game now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even like that shot that she took against Lauren Betts when she had that transition basket, I think it was to like tie the game or at least be within one.
They were down 3. They'd be down by 1 if she.
So they would have been down 1. That was not a good look. And me and Tacarra, we talked about that. Like that was a 3-on-1 situation. What are we doing?
Oh my God.
What are we doing?
Oh my God. I'm questioning her IQ of basketball at this one. Let me tell you my theory, Rudy.
If I said that shit, what would the comments be, people?
Yeah, I've questioned, and I'm gonna tell you why I question it. Because, like, for me, we talk about you on the other side, me being the best player, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know that I have to be on that floor at all costs. Mm-hmm. I have to be on the floor. I'm not fucking fouling you, bro. I'm not fouling you. I'm learning. I know time and score. I understand if I'm on a 10-0 run, not to foul you when I've already got 1 foul. There's no point in me fouling you. I'm going to give you up a layup. Now it's 10-2 and I'm going to go back down and I'm a scorer because I'm the best player and I'm the best scorer we have on this team. So it's like, for me, I wanted to see more of that with her that I didn't see. So that's what I'm questioning basketball IQ. That same play When you not down by much. What was they down, Courtney? You said what?
It was
2?
47-44.
Yeah.
You come down.
44.
You ain't took Lauren Betts all game. You've been settling for jump. And shout out to Corey Close. To me, that was an amazing defensive plan. Put Lauren Betts on her ass. If she wants to shoot jump shot, shoot it over 6'7".
I mean, how many threes did she shoot that game?
You'll
never take a three. I'll take
4.
Madison Booker shooting a three all damn game.
All day long. You ain't took her all day. Now you want to go to the rack. So that pissed me off. But let me tell you my theory, Rudy. We talk about the portal, right? NIL. Courtney, you notice I always say this. I would have been a hell of a backup for Madison Booker for $250,000. I would have been a hell of a backup for her. No less. I would have been a hell of a back. Oh, she ain't making shots. Shit, here come my time to shine.
I can shoot the motherfuckers now.
We doing mid-range. That's my game too.
Hell, hers ain't going in either. I can shoot.
That was always my thing. I would have been a hell of a backup for Madison Booker. But
hell yeah.
With her, Go ahead.
Like the thing about Madison is that I get on the thing with Madison that I've gotten on with her this entire season is her we always say this: if you got a monster on your team, you better feed them. Yes. But they got to be a monster in order to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're talking about an All-American, like freshman of the year in the SEC. And Madison, I feel like she consistently like takes her foot off the gas.
Oh, yeah.
There have been times where it's like she's only taking 4 shots and a half, and it's like, what are we doing? And for me, I understand. And we had a live with an old teammate of mine.
You see this?
And also,
Courtney?
What?
Skylar Diggins signed with the Sky. Oh God.
Child. Okay.
Oh God.
Okay, let me tell my thought.
That just messed me up too.
Before that, NECA must be coming or something.
What's the draft? What's their draft pick, Rudy? What number they got?
Chicago. Do they even have one? Do they have one?
No, not Chicago. Seattle. What is Seattle's draft pick? It's number 4. Number what? 3? I don't know.
Let me look. Seattle is. And we're going to get to that draft thing because I definitely want to ask you about the draft. Seattle's number 3.
They're taking Olivia Miles.
I mean, yeah, if she's there.
If she's there.
I saw one draft put her at number 1 now.
They talk about, I'm not mad at her.
To put her next to Paige Beckers and have a point guard next to a point guard. And
so, you know what I don't get? So somebody asked if we think that Madison Booker, I forgot who it was. I'm going to go ahead. Sorry, Rudy. I'm going to go ahead and get to it. So they asked about Lauren Betts. I made a TikTok how many months ago, Courtney, when I said Lauren Betts was the number 1 draft pick. I said it and I didn't care. I like Lauren Betts. That they're saying they're going away from those traditional post players. I think that she shed the weight. I think that she had a hell of a tournament. I think that she was phenomenal in the Final Four. I think that she showed a lot that she could do. I think that, but it's all about fit. I looked at the roster of Dallas today. Dallas ain't got no post. They just signed your girl. I don't want to say nothing further. They just signed a post player today, but that's like the only one that they have. They need somebody on the block. You got
Chicago?
No, I'm talking about the number 1 Dallas. I'm talking about Dallas. I think they need a post.
I agree with that.
I do too.
I agree with that.
You were talking about Madison Booker. I don't want to take you off.
Sorry, my fault, Courtney.
No.
That was breaking news.
Yeah. I don't even know. What was I saying?
For Madison Booker.
The same shit we've been talking about for 6 months.
It's the same stuff. It's just with Madison, I feel like she just takes plays off. She consistently, like we always talk about Michaela Blake's in a situation. I think
I love her.
We do too. We was gonna fight Rudy if you didn't.
Okay. So like,
I love her.
when the game is bad for Madison, not bad, but like when they're down, see like a Michaela Blake situation, like, listen, give me the ball and give me the ball now.
Move.
And for me as a point guard, that's how I operate. We had a live, and I remember one of my teammates, she was on that live. She said, well, sometimes you got to wait for the game to come to you. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. If my best player, China was my best player. If I'm on Tacarra's team, Tacarra is my best player. If I'm her point guard, I am not okay with her taking 4 shots by halftime. I'm not okay with that.
Facts.
I'm not okay with that. If I'm saying, bro, we need to get you more shots. You need to be driving into the basket. You need to be trying to get some free throws or something. Like,
you asking, how do I am I not passing it? What you see? You're asking those
for me
questions.
As a point guard, I'm like, what do you need?
Yeah, you're asking it.
Because we need you. Because if I think about it, when they play UCLA, I feel like all of the role players did what they were supposed to do. All of them. They did. I'm just, they did the most that they could do.
Because I get what you're saying.
You put Madison in there. Madison scored her average.
They win.
Texas
they
wins.
win. They win.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, your role players can only get you so far.
I agree.
Before my superstar needs to step the hell up.
I agree.
And for me, I feel like there's been plenty of times where, like, she was needed to, in the games that they lost, where she needed to step up and they needed to see that from her, and she did not do it. And that's my thing with Madison. It's like, for Michaela Blakes, it's like, if she's not hitting her shots, it's not going to be from lack of trying. Okay. She's going to try. Now, you may not hit your shots with Madison. You might not make them. Because it be games like that where you might not hit them. You know what I mean? But I at least, if I'm on Tacarra, if I'm Tacarra's point guard, I at least want you to shoot them motherfuckers.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Right. I don't want anybody else to shoot as many as you. But if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be you, Tacarra.
But what's the difference, though? What's the difference? And I felt like I can relate to Michaela Blakes in this case, because, like, what did we talk about with Madison Booker? Madison Booker did not change shit. She just kept on missing. I'm just going to miss. I'm going to keep shooting and miss. What does Michaela Blakes do? Y'all can say what you want to say. You can say she flops. You can say she gets to the free throw. I don't give a damn. She going to get that 20 points. Okay. Even if she got to keep us in the game and shoot 20 free throws, she going to be on that line, and she going to inch, and she going to inch, get her way until a shot falls. Madison Booker changed nothing. And that's my problem.
That's my thing with Madison. It's that ability to... We said it in a post. I said,
she looked one-dimensional.
One of the things that I want Madison, I said, like, a coach needs to piss her the fuck off this season. Yeah. I'm talking about she needs to not like anybody on the coaching staff. There's times that I've worked out with people where, like, they've pushed me to the point where it's like, bro, I don't even fuck with you no more. Just for that period of time. Because you've pushed me to the point where I just don't even fucking like you. But it's like to the point where, like, you got to make 10 in a row. Right? Yeah. And you ain't no shortcuts with it. It's mental. Yeah. I feel like it's mental with Madison. Yeah. And it's like, I don't care if you get to 8 in a row. You got to make 10. Yeah. Start over. That's the type of shit I would be on Madison. You made 10, now make 20 in a row. Yeah. I don't care. That would be Madison. Well, I made 15. I don't give a fuck. You need to make 20. Yeah. Like, it's her mental game and her ability to push through in tough situations and adversity when her team needs her. Yeah. So that's my thing with Texas, is that's something that's been in the comments with Vic in Texas, is that he's shown, I guess, quote unquote, favoritism. You know, is he really getting on Madison's ass like he should be? You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, I don't think he's getting on her ass like that. I don't think if you're the best player on the team, I feel like you should be coached the toughest.
I was.
Let me ask you, so as the best player of the team, if you were 1 for 18, would you start looking to go to the rim at some point? Or maybe, I don't know, look for your teammates and be more of a facilitator to give them opportunities? Because you're still going to get guarded because you're still the best player. You're still the top scorer, all that stuff. Yeah. Would you? And that was what shocked me about Madison Booker in that game, was like, it didn't matter. She's just going to keep shooting the damn ball. And these just weren't close.
At all.
They were close.
Rudy, to answer your question, I was gonna do something. I was a hell of a rebounder. I could pass the ball. I could get you open. I wasn't one-dimensional. I can tell you that. She just looked one-dimensional to me. It looked like she couldn't do anything else besides.
But she tried to play hero ball in that fourth quarter, though.
And then
it's like, where was that the whole game?
And you know what I didn't say either? She looked a little too happy on the bench for me. You know, I mean, if I'm keeping it a buck, she looked a little too happy over there.
See, that's that old school shit. Okay, because my coach at AU, he said if y'all over here, he said if I catch y'all over here laughing another fucking time, we gonna have a fucking problem. And that's like, what? You don't be on this bench laughing and shit. Like, what are we doing?
I get you cheering for your teammates, but girl, please get your ass back in the game and make a damn shot.
So then, if she at the end of the game had asked to swap jerseys with Lauren Betts and do a picture, photo ops like these dumbass football players and NBA players do. Well, if she had done, she didn't do that, but if she had done some shit like that, because I watch this in with men all the time in the NBA and NFL, and I'm like, they just kicked your ass. You just lost. You're swapping jerseys. You're autographing jerseys. I think the NBA has become such a pussified league. It's embarrassing. Like these guys want to have dinner together and teabag each other and all this other fucking crap. They're all softer than fucking butter. Like they're so soft. Like you would never know that Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley back in the 80s were like best friends because they wanted to kill each other on the court. And it was like, oh, I don't even know your name right now, but you can be cool with somebody, but like this bromance that LeBron James has with Draymond Green and Anthony Davis and all that, like these bromances are almost like, bro, what the hell? You guys are so anti-competitive. I want you to hate each other, man. I'm a Yankee fan. I hate the Red Sox. I grew up loving I grew up in the days we didn't have the Miami Heat. We had the Boston Celtics and the Lakers, and I love those. They hated it. Like, did you see one where I think Robert Parrish said, "Fuck the Lakers"? He's like 70. He's like
loyal.
70.
Shout out to the MidMajors. Loyal.
Bruh,
Courtney,
he's like 70 years old, man. Fuck Byron Scott and all those guys.
Courtney, you gotta let me have this one.
Go ahead, girl.
Go ahead.
So I'm the same way, Rudy.
Yeah.
I tell you, when I saw, who was it? Was it Tessa Johnson picked up somebody's damn shoe and handed it to him? I was like, what are we doing here?
Throw it in the stand.
What are we doing?
Hold on. She wants the Angel Reese treatment. Block it with the shoe.
Block it with the shoe. And then, or block her shot, then hand her shit. What do you mean? What are we doing? I just wasn't that girl. Like, we can be cool, like you said, after I kick your ass. But I'm not finna be like, we not buddy. We not doing that. Like, so I'm with you on that stuff. Like, it's too soft now. Like, I'm cool with y'all being friends all day long, but still, like, a lot of the times, like, the girls I was cool with, like, they might have got 40. You get what I'm saying? I still left my mark at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Like, you knew what it is. But like some of this stuff, like jersey swapping and all that, like, I get it, it's cool, but I'm with you with that stuff. Like, some of it's too cool. Y'all too cool. Like, you too cool with a loss. But I was the person who cried every time I lost. I was the baby.
Mad as hell.
I didn't want to talk to nobody, leave her alone. I was one of them people. So
first of all, my dad was probably giving me an earful.
Yeah.
This is what you should have done differently. Next time,
okay.
My dad's on the phone. This is what should have been differently. Next time, okay, my dad did not play. Okay,
Yeah.
Listen, if I pass somebody the ball and they drop that shit, he like, that's your fucking turnover. Don't pass it to him again.
Facts.
You want a funny story? My sons go to Catholic school, and they have. In our Catholic school, unfortunately, I picked the wrong one. They have this corny ass shit called "Play Like a Champion," followed by from Notre Dame, right? But it's not play like a champion to be a champion. It's play like a champion, which means play with sportsmanship and friendliness and with God in your heart and all that fuckery.
My God.
And I'm Catholic, but this is some straight up fuckery because you don't think any of those Notre Dame football players are Catholic schoolboys. They're going there to knock someone's head off, right? So they make us go to this sportsmanship seminar for parents, and they make us. We have this damn booklet of. I'll never forget. They asked this question: what is the most important thing? Winning, having fun, da 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 da. And they asked people to raise their hands. And they went through it. And they got to the having fun part. And the whole fucking room raised their hand. And I got to the winning part. I'm like, and there's 3 people that got their hands up. 2 people had their hands up with me. And I'm sitting here like, what in the fuck did I get myself into? We have a bunch of losers here. People that don't care about fucking winning. And I'm so sorry. This shit was bananas. So I found out the hard way that I have a school that doesn't like winning. In certain sports, at least in because they don't even allow coaches. They have people that aren't coaches coaching teams. I volunteered to coach basketball, football, soccer. I am no soccer player, but I coached rec soccer for 4 years.
Uh-huh.
We were 39-3.
Okay.
and we won 2 championships and went to the championship all 4 times.
Okay.
And I ain't no rec soccer coach. I ain't no soccer coach. But I can tell you right now, I know what it takes to win fucking games.
Hey, can I pause you real quick, Rudy?
Go for it.
Because I absolutely listen. Because my son is in youth sports, right? Yeah. So, because you mentioned soccer, let's mention soccer. Because, this was like last year sometime. They're like, we're looking for volunteer coaches, and they were like, Courtney, do you want? I said, no, bro. Y'all don't want me to coach. I don't play these games because I was so mad that like one of the teams that they played, and it's crazy because like I don't care if my son is 6 or 7. I don't care. Coach my baby. I need him to get better. That's I don't do the participation stuff. I'm trying to win. I want him to get used to winning. Right. All that stuff. But his soccer team, it's like we need volunteer coaches. I'm like, yeah, nah.
We too for real over here.
Y'all don't want me to be y'all don't want me to do that. And what's crazy is I got so upset because there was a team that we played. He played the same damn people the whole game. They was his best people. And meanwhile, Christian's team, they like, all right, next 5. I said, no. I'm trying to win. Keep my baby in the game. Keep them 5 in the game. Yeah. Meanwhile, like the other team, he got his best 5 in the whole time. He don't care. He don't care.
All gas, no brakes.
He like scored a goal. He like serious. And I'm so mad. They're like, my son's team, he's like, all right, next 5. I'm like,
no.
And then I have to like sit away from like other parents too, because I'm like, I don't want y'all to judge me, bro. Because listen.
Yeah.
I be hard on my baby.
We for real over here.
I listen, okay? I'm the first to tell him, you're not playing. You're playing like trash. I thought you was gonna be the GOAT. Now my son is very confident in the way he speaks, and I foster that. I water that confidence. He's like, I'm gonna be the GOAT. He said, I'm gonna be the triple GOAT. That's the way my baby talks.
And
you know what I'm saying? And is. You know what I mean? So I have to remind him, like, if you trying to be the triple GOAT, you can't be playing like that. Triple GOAT don't play like that. Triple GOAT don't play. Triple GOAT go practice. Triple GOAT go practice when he don't want to. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that stuff started at home. I don't even know how we got on this.
No, it was we were talking about jersey swapping.
But it's just the fact that, like, I can't like y'all don't want me to coach. Yeah. And I remember my dad was like, this when he was coaching AAU, like with some young, he said, Courtney, can you come help me work out this practice? This was some years ago.
I love this story.
I said, okay, cool. I'll come practice. So he's like, can you open the gym and whatever? I said, okay, practice at 6. I got there at 4:30.
Facts.
Cause I was like, let me get there at 4:30 so I can open the gym.
Facts.
So 4:45 come. I'm like, damn, is the door open? What's going on? Let me go out there and check. Is it open? It's open. 5 o'clock come. I'm like, all right, I know people will be here at 5. I go out there, doors open. 5:30 come. I'm calling my dad. I said, I thought y'all had practice at 6. I thought they supposed to be here. He like, oh no, Courtney, they not like y'all. Yeah, okay. They gonna show up at 6.
Hell no.
Like when we was playing, if you was not there an hour early before, to get up extra shots before you started, you were late.
You said it started at 6.
Yeah,
you needed to be stretched and ready to go at 6.
Exactly.
The first drill was starting at 6.
Shots up.
Yeah, the first drill was starting at 6.
You weren't trying to like literally. They will come and be like, somebody just got somebody is better than you right now.
Facts.
You want to come in here at 6 o'clock? Somebody just got 45 minutes better than you.
You mess around, might get kicked out, not even be let to practice if you show up not on time. To be honest,
man, what you talking about? Missing something for a dance, for the movies, to hang out with your friends? Ain't none of that. Vacation, that'd be the thing now. I be seeing the girls go on vacation during the summer in college. I'll be like, wow,
no.
That shit's crazy. Ain't no way we would have been able to go on vacation. I said, y'all been on vacation the whole damn summer. Exactly. I ain't see the ball in your head.
Yeah.
the thing was about this. So I brought it up for the school because they had that play like a championship. And one of the things in that play like a championship was they did a video of a kid after a game. And you were the kid getting screamed at by your dad for how bad you played or for the mistakes that you made. And that's fucking me.
Oh God.
Because I don't sit there and kiss your fucking ass after we just got out of the game. You got your ass kicked and you played like shit. I'm gonna fucking talk to you about it. We ain't gonna go have ice cream. You don't get Burger King for losing by 20.
That was
That's what I'm like. So they had
That was
that. So
mine too.
they had that video, and they said, "Well, how would your child feel? My child should feel like shit. He got his ass kicked, and I'm gonna let him
Period.
know about it.
Period.
And we're gonna have a conversation about how we get
Period.
better.
Period.
Because, but this is today's generation. So here I am at these games, and I yell more than, I don't know, a little higher than this decibel maybe. And I find out that my principal doesn't like me. I don't care for her either, to be honest. None of the kids seem to like her, but I like.
You're one of those.
I like winning, and I like winning, and I want my kids to win. And school pride used to matter back in the day. Like your school plays this school, like that shit used to matter.
Period.
At least for
Yeah,
at least for them, it doesn't. At
It
least for this
did.
school, it doesn't matter. So last year I had some problems. This year, I had some other problems. I got called in multiple times. We had one parent kicked out of the school because he's kind of like me, but he got other situations that happened at the school. He got arrested at the school.
Oh, Jesus.
And with the police there, it was a mess. But the fact is that I'm at a basketball game, and you know this rule. If a rebound comes off the glass and there's a loose ball, there's no 3-second violation. It's a rebound off of the glass. There's no 3-second violation. It's coming off the glass.
Right.
So my son, who's right now, he's almost 5'8" and 12. He was probably 5'6" when we had the season because he's grown like a freaking beanstalk now. And he's the best player on the team. The problem is he's the best player with no one to pass the ball to. I mean, when you talk about playing with the blind mice, they're so bad.
Damn.
Like he averaged like 19 a game, and they average about 25 a game as a team. Like and he's being guarded by 2-3 people, and but they also feel like he's almost like Shaq out there, getting smacked across the face, and the referees don't say shit. So we're at this one game, and we have this call happen, and my son gets smacked across the face. This one right here, if you want to come over here and say hello. This is my 12-year-old.
Oh, what's up, homie? What's up, homie?
He's the hooper.
Hey,
what's up, Bob? What's up, homie?
Yeah, his name is Dominic.
What's up?
Hey, Dominic.
Hey, Dominic.
He's gone from like 5 foot tall to 5'8" in a year.
Okay.
Wow.
He's called in his older brother now.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy.
He's the one that plays with the Adidas team. So,
Okay.
So he gets hit in the face on this play, and this motherfucking referee calls a 3-second violation. And I'm like, and I said, that's a bad call. Like, my kid just got smacked in the face. Would you believe he got hit in the face? They called a technical foul on him for getting mad about it. Like it's insane. And so so the referee says to me, "You're wrong." I'm like, "No, you're wrong. I've coached and I've refed and I've covered for years. There's a loose ball off of a rebound. You called a 3-second violation. It's impossible. It's the wrong call." This guy apparently was married to the athletic director of the school we were at.
Of course.
He tells her, she calls the school. I get a call the next day, and I got to go to this play like a champion bullshit fucking summit again. Because I am not a sportsman, and I'm being threatened that I'm not going to be able to come to my kids' games anymore because I want to fucking win.
You got to go to detention.
I had to go to Miami for it at Russia. I live in Pompano. It was a 45-minute drive to go to this bullshit, or I couldn't go to any more games.
That's crazy.
That's
And I'm sitting here like, this is the society we live in. So when you talk about these players, they're late, they're this, it's all friendly, they're smiling on the bench. Fuck that. If you're losing, you ain't smiling. Why are you smiling? What was that? You've seen Remember the Titans, I'm sure. I know it's all fictional in terms of the movie. Why are you smiling? Like, we ain't smiling here. We competing.
Right.
And
It's different times.
it's way different.
It's
Soft. We have a soft ass
It's
society.
not the same.
And I got y'all by 13, 14 years. I mean, I'm almost 50. Even though
I can only imagine.
Even though
we
I'm
talk about
35, but I mean, I look like I'm 35.
I mean, but our parents are around the same generation.
Yeah, so
So we were raised about the same.
This weakness, this weak ass mentality that we have now, like football, NFL football, is almost unwatchable. You can't hit anymore.
It's always a flag. Yeah.
It's like college football. You want to throw a guy out for hitting a guy in the helmet. Oh my God, it's football. They're literally trained to hit this way. So I know I'm going on a big tangent here, but it's just like the softness of these sports it sickens me. And like, so you're coaching, your kids. Yeah, I've been there. I coached my kids because everybody else was so bad that I ain't trust anybody else to do it because they're so bad. Because of shit like, I had a Marine father. This was funny. I had a Marine.
Damn.
I had a not my dad, but my father was in the Army, but he was a lawyer and a judge. I had a father on one of my teams. He's a Marine, young black dude. He might be like 33 years old. This motherfucker got 8 kids.
Oh, Jesus.
All from the same woman. I'm like, y'all, what the hell?
Good for
You got
that.
any rooms left? Like, they got 2 sets of triplets.
Whoa.
One set of triplets, 2 sets of twins.
I don't think I could thank God for that.
And then I saw him at the grocery store and he says, yo, what's going on? I saw him at the grocery store and he's like, we're pregnant again. I'm like, what the fuck? His wife is like,
God.
His wife like 110 pounds. I'm like, I don't even understand this.
Shout out to her.
They're fruitful and multiplying. Praise.
What is the secret?
So we got the triplets. So I got 2 of the triplets on this team, a boy and a girl. This girl, tough as fucking nails.
It's always the girls.
I mean, no, the boy was tough as shit too.
Really?
But this girl got plunked in the face with a soccer ball. He's like, get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Like, it was like, and I remember when he came, they called me like a few months after the season ended. We lost in the championship in penalty kicks. That was my last year doing it. He's like, do you train players like privately? I'm like, I ain't no fucking soccer coach. Like, no, I can refer you to people, but
right.
It made me feel so good because it's like these people appreciated that we want to win first.
Right.
And they're not having fun if they're losing. We had a game that he lost his 5th grade year, 51-6. He was like 5 foot tall at the time, so he wasn't as tall. He was the best player on the team, but they sucked. And they're pressing us. They're pressing us in 5th, 6th grade basketball up 50-6 in the 4th quarter.
That's crazy.
That's crazy as hell.
But I was a big tangent. Let me ask you, Lauren Betts.
Okay.
Lauren Betts, I love Lauren Betts. I think Lauren Betts has gotten so much better. I think her footwork's been exceptionally improved. The fact that you mentioned Madison Booker so many times, she locked Madison Booker couldn't get around her.
She guarded her.
She couldn't go around her.
She guarded her.
And her post skills, her footwork around the rim, she has touch, and people will sit here and say, "Oh, she has no mid-range shot." No, yes, she does.
She does.
And
usually the first play they run of the game is for her at the top of the key to make a jump shot.
Yeah. And she hit an 18-footer or 20-footer in that game against South Carolina.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know why she gets shit on so much by certain people. I don't get it. I'm old school basketball, and women's basketball is old school basketball to me. You're inside out.
Yeah.
You go get yourself a 6'7" horse like this.
Yes.
You pair her up with Paige Beckers in Dallas. It's like a no-brainer to me. And yet they want to draft some chick out of Spain who's 19, who's going to take 4 years to develop. And but by that point,
they want that versatile center now.
Why?
That's where the game is.
But it's not.
Like when we always say, what I'm saying is that like, we say this about, I know me and Tacarra have talked about it a lot. It's like we talked about like what's wrong with just posting up and throwing up, like we talk about they just big. I know Tacarra has mentioned that. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. They are like Lauren Betts is a center. She is a center.
Yes. She
is supposed to post up, show numbers, make a move on the block, and make the layup. And it's even good that she can knock down a mid-range as well too. You know what I'm saying? But I think the game has just evolved so much that people expect more and more from these positions. So like Lauren Betts doing what she's doing. What Lauren Betts does great is what she's supposed to do great.
Right.
As a 6'7" post player center. She does it great. Right. But it's almost like they want her to do more. Well, you need to be able to knock down that 3-point shot. I need you to be able to have a little bit of handles. Take somebody off the bounce, mid-range. Hell, that's just where the game is. They want that
Rudy,
versatile.
Let me ask you a question, Rudy. Yeah. So if we think about who are the 5s in the league right now, that's the same position as Lauren Betts, who are they?
The fives.
Like who are some post
John
players?
Jonquel Jones.
Jonquel. Well, she plays on the outside.
She's like the only one that really does.
Aaliyah Boston.
Boston can't shoot. Aaliyah Boston can't shoot. I watched every Boston game. She can't shoot.
Only thing I can think about is where they're thinking from is maybe from a defensive standpoint about who is she gonna guard. If it makes sense.
I just watched her 6-foot guard and lock her ass.
And that's my point. So I think that was a good game for her, because if I think about the only objective I have, I like Lauren Betts. She can move, she can post up, she finds a body, she runs the floor well. I like her. Only thing I can think of they might say is like from a defensive standpoint, who is she gonna guard? But she just showed us what I can shut down the damn first team All-American signed to Kevin Durant that y'all just said. She just showed that. So I think that Corey set her up for success to look even better.
Let me ask you. So the one I'm not here to rag on somebody here, so people relax. The only bucket Raven Johnson scored the entire game was on Lauren Betts. Raven Johnson, it was an 18-footer over Lauren Betts in the first half. Raven Johnson could not get around Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts moved her feet so well that Raven Johnson could not get around the slow-footed 6'7" girl who's 220, 225 or whatever she weighs. And to me, that was a great shot by Raven Johnson. But it also showed that Lauren Betts is not some slow-ass girl that can't move. She literally just kept the point guard in front of her and forced her to do something that she would rather not do. Because Raven Johnson's still not a jump shooter. She would rather get to the bucket and get a layup. And she forced her into a jumper, exactly what she needed to do. And I just find the treatment of Betts to be really odd. I don't get it. Because when I look at these players, Lauren Betts to me is by far the best player. I won't even say she's the best player. She's the player that you draft number one. It's like saying, I'm not drafting Shaq number one. I look at the centers in the WNBA. Gotcha. Asia Wilson is really a power forward. She's 6'4".
Absolutely.
She's a power forward. And
absolutely.
And even she does not shoot threes like that. Like this year she did. But she's at 28% 3-point shooting years. She's up and down with it, but she only takes like one or 1.5 a game. She's more of a midi player. How would Asia Wilson do trying to post up Lauren Betts? It would be hard for her to score over her.
She would have to face up on her. She'd have to face up
dribble around her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So look, who else is a center? De'Erica Hamby's a power forward. Cameron Brink, Lauren Betts would take her cookies and eat her lunch. Like, she would put her in a bag and put her in her pocket. 165 pounds. Like Jonquel Jones is a player that I love, because she also seems to be very, very nice, just even on interviews. But
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Like Jonquel Jones to me is a player that I love. But really, other than Brittany Griner, like Tierra McGowan, I think sucks. Leah Rue took Aaliyah Boston's cookies multiple times. Aaliyah Boston, I just don't know. Aaliyah Boston just plays with a softness that I can't stand. And like I've said on my podcast before, and people can attest to it. I've said I would trade Aaliyah Boston for Angel Reese head up in a second. And it's not because I think Angel Reese is a better basketball player, because she's not more skilled than Aaliyah Boston, but she's tougher. She plays harder. She's aggressive. And she gives no fucks. It's like Aaliyah Boston's worried about someone thinks about her.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your 6'5", 220-pound ass shooting fucking 24-footers.
Yeah.
You're missing them most of the time. And now you can't rebound the basketball.
Yeah.
It's just, so when I look at Lauren Betts, I still see the WNBA as inside out.
Yeah.
And it works that way. And I'm going to go draft AZ Fudd at number 1 and put it next to Paige. What the fuck?
I think
that's a role player.
I think that's out of the question now. I think that was fun and cute at the beginning of the season. It was cute, but no.
It was embarrassing to me.
I never thought so. I never
did either.
But I think that's out of the question. Cardoso. That's a good one. That's one. Thank you.
And she'd be the only one that and I think Betts will probably take her to lunch now at this point in her life. Because I think Cardoso's game has regressed. Comparison wise, Chicago did a terrible job.
I think it's hard to see anybody's game while they over there. I think that team is just so bad. I mean, it's hard to see what anybody got over there. That organization is horrible.
Yeah, and someone's put up a comment, and people make it look like make it sound like Asia Wilson's a volume 3-point shooter. She takes 1.5 threes a game. Like, it's not like she's jacking threes.
Right.
Brink would hold her ground over Betts, you're on drugs, Yeehee. I'm sorry. Bro, she's 165 pounds. Betts would knock her ass the fuck over, bro. I'm sorry.
You like Brink? You like Brink's game?
No, it's nothing.
I like Brink, man.
I mean, she was the second pick in the draft. You're supposed to be a star, not the fifth player.
I feel you. I think for me, I have a way of liking people for what they do, if it makes sense on the team.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? So she's a shot blocker. We not asking her to score. We asking her to play defense. We asking her to run the floor. I think she's a good floor presence, if that makes sense.
I want to ask you a question then.
Yeah.
Do you think that these WNBA teams know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to drafting and scouting? And I'm asking this question because you cannot sit here and tell me that the top 15 players in the country are at a UCLA.
Say that again.
You cannot tell me that 4 of the top 15 players, because this is the first round's 15 now.
Right.
You cannot tell me that 4 of the top 15, 4 of the top 12 is where they have them. You can't tell me 4 of the top 12 players or 15 players are out of UCLA.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
Because they're drafting them number 1. They got 4 players. People say they're going to have 4 first rounders. You want to know why? In my opinion, because these lazy motherfuckers in these front offices don't actually watch film.
They are missing the marks
at mid-major schools and the lesser-known schools, which is why the NBA has a bunch of dudes that all of us like, who the fuck is that guy?
Let's talk about it.
He played at Weber State. Someone named Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? We sit here and we draft. I love Gabriela Jaquez. She's a WNBA role player.
Yeah.
Kiki Rice. I've never seen Kiki Rice have a breakout game. Like when I did my preview, I said I've never seen Kiki Rice have a great game against a great team. And I had someone say, well, you missed the game against Minnesota. I'm like, you think Minnesota's a great team? Minnesota's a fucking team that they beat by 20 twice. And she had 21. Okay, great. Dugulich is a role player. Kiki Rice is a role player, and they got her going number 5. Look, Raven Johnson's a role player. They got her going number 5, 6, 7, depending on the draft. Olivia Miles, I'm not putting her on I'm not picking her number 1 and put her next to Paige. That's crazy. Seattle makes sense.
Seattle makes sense.
Makes sense.
It makes
sense.
Like,
you want to know that I got a chat room full of people. All respect, folks. You know what I'm about to do. They would draft everybody from fucking Iowa to play with Caitlin Clark. And most of those girls suck. Like, Hannah Stuelke is not going to be a WNBA player.
No. We said that too.
We did say that.
And one thing that me and Courtney understand, like, you got some people who are just good college players, and that is okay. And I think that Hannah Stuelke was one. She was just a good college player. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And she was good when Caitlin Clark was with her, giving her layups.
Yeah.
She was recruited just for that.
Just for that.
Dribble.
We don't need you to do nothing else. So make a layup when she throws you the ball. Mm-hmm. Somebody asked us about Sarah Williams earlier.
Yes, I forgot that. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Sarah Williams? What Gino did to her ass?
We was on Responsible Degenerate. Shout out to their podcast. And dude said that he thought she was gonna be a factor in that game. And I said, absolutely not. I don't think that I just didn't like her game. I didn't think that I'm just gonna keep it, but I don't think that she really had anything to bring to the table. I think that they just left. She got exposed. They left her at the top of the key. She couldn't make a jump shot. She couldn't really pass. She couldn't drive. I'm not a fan of her game at all.
She scored the first 4 points and immediately pulled her.
Yeah, and then, but I think this because what was it? It was a defensive change. He made an adjustment, Courtney, if I remember correctly.
He put Alfie in there, I think it was.
He put her in because the defense was doing something. They left her alone or whatever. Mm-hmm. I forget what game I'm even talking about. They left her alone and she was at the top of the key by herself, and she just looking around with the ball.
Notre Dame did that to her.
Notre Dame. It was Notre Dame, and it just looked. And then he went ahead, come on over here, and then I think that was the adjustment that changed the game for UConn. I think that was an adjustment that he made.
Ooh, so yeah, I got one person saying they're all going to be that because everyone's role players. We don't know if they're role players because they don't scout. It feels like they only scout 5 teams in the country.
I feel that way too. They missed the mark.
A handful of teams because, by the way, that girl from Florida State is going back to Florida State. She withdrew from the portal.
Soleil.
Okay.
She's from Cincinnati, so yeah, like
she's
Soleil.
going back to FSU, so I guess they cut her a check. They must have.
Oh yeah, So they do that now too, Rudy. Some of them do say they go into the portal to get more money.
Yeah, of course.
Some of them do.
Yeah, we had a running back in Miami that did that. Gerard Pringle went in the portal, and a day later he was back out of the portal.
Yeah,
they cut him the check. But it's like they don't. I don't feel like these lazy ass GMs and presidents of WNBA teams go and actually scout. They don't actually look at film and go beyond South Carolina, UConn, UCLA, USC, Texas. It's the same shit over and over again. So when we say we don't know who we got, well, because they don't do their jobs
and they don't get a chance, they don't get the opportunity.
Yeah. And I hate the WNBA scheduling because I hate the fact that I don't know why they're trying so hard. Like the CBA thing was crazy in itself. I thought it was a freaking shit show on both sides. The CBA thing, like you literally begged for all this shit, and then you're telling the world before free agency starts, I'm going back to New York. Like, what? You didn't even make it entertaining. You just told so you just took away your own. Because if I'm New York, I'm telling Breanna Stewart and Sabrina, I'm gonna give you $800,000 now. You just told the whole world you're coming back. So
yeah,
it just I don't like you went for all that to then just say I'm going back to New York. Okay, great.
Yeah,
but I don't feel like they do their jobs. Like Indiana just re-signed Damaris Dantas.
Oh,
she sucks. She's terrible. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. Indiana goes and gets Bree Turner. That's the wrong player to have in Indiana. It don't make a lot of sense, and she doesn't play. But so I have a question for y'all before we hit this WNBA draft. I've been here for a while. I've enjoyed this. I hope you guys have.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Audi Crooks.
Okay.
I have opinions about Audi Crooks. I think has touch around the basket. I think she's an absolute liability as a basketball player. And I want to ask you, if you were on her team, would you hate playing with her?
I would love to.
You would love to play with her?
I would like to play with her. I'd hold her accountable.
Would you like to defend in front of her?
I would hold her accountable if she wasn't on her shit. I would make her pick it up. If she was lacking and where she was at, she would get better. It would be unacceptable. Her not playing defense. It would be talked about. It would be exposed. It would be, how can we get better? It would be talked about. I'd tell you, it'd be a conversation with us.
Let me ask you this question then. You know how the NBA has gone out of their way, and people like Stephen A. Smith have gone out of their way to fucking call Zion Williamson a fat ass, and how he can't stay at a McDonald's, and how he's in Louisiana always eating gumbo and shit and all that.
You're
stuff.
Right about that.
We treat him that way, like he's a pig, and we're gonna sit here, and we have literal segments that ESPN did or whatever, whoever's done on Audi Crooks saying people. I've had this body. Okay, great. You want to be a WNBA player? You think you can guard Asia Wilson? You're 6'3".
Yeah.
Can you guard Asia? Can you run the floor with Asia Wilson? You can't run the floor right now. That game against TCU, watching her stand like a statue and just do this around.
Yeah.
And watch Olivia Miles just run around circles around her and get layups around her because she can't move her body. She needs to lose 75 fucking pounds. Why won't people say the truth?
I feel like people have been saying it. But I feel like
assholes like me.
Yeah, for some people have been saying.
You agreed with that pretty fast.
But no, I'm saying I agree that people have been saying it. I'm gonna say that. But I just feel like
assholes like me.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't heard you say it till now. But
I have multiple videos.
Said it. For me, it's just like end of the day, like I like the girl, and then I'm gonna get soft. She's a sweetheart. It's just mean, but I'm the main one too talking about Zion's ass. So if it's definitely, I feel you in the level playing field, but I'm just like, some of that shit's mean. I would never go in somebody's comments and say the stuff that people be saying, regardless about anybody. I just wouldn't say that about people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't go in their comments, but
people be going in that girl's comments, and it's crazy.
Media, national media, the frauds that are national media. They don't have accountability and this is the biggest issue that I have, and as a podcast person now, but I try to be fair, but I also know that I remember what they said about Oliver Miller when he was at Arkansas, then at Phoenix, and I think he died, for Christ's sakes, from being too fat.
Oh, my God.
No, I think he died. I'm serious. Did Oliver Miller, if anyone in chat, did Oliver Miller die like before he was 50 or something like that. Because I remember when he was at Arkansas. You know,
I think that is like
Robert
so
Tractor Trailer, who went to Michigan. He died at like 35. He was 300 pounds. And I look at and Zion Williamson has been getting clowned about this relentlessly for so long. She's a nice girl. She seems so sweet. I got to be able to. Rachel Banham should lose 25 pounds too. I agree. I've seen her. You know, but like you're sitting here, you're telling me that you care about your game, you want to be better, then you got to lose some fucking weight. And otherwise, there's no way in the world. Like Lauren Betts dropped 20, 25 pounds. You could see it.
Yeah.
You could see she lost a bunch of weight, which helped her game. Why do the people keep lying to this girl like publicly in media? Like, oh, it's so sweet. Body positivity. Fuck that. If I'm a fat ass, tell me I'm a fat ass. And tell me but you have the tools that are lose the weight. You have the training facility. The diet might be a problem because they let you eat whatever the fuck you want at schools, right?
This is what I would say. I went to go see Audie play when they play UC here in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Audie is like she's a big body.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a fat way.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's solid. It ain't like I'm serious though. Like I saw it in person. Like it's not what is given on TV, even though I still feel like she could get in better shape endurance wise. Absolutely. I think if anything, it'll just make her game better. I mean, it like right now, she's already playing great. She lose a couple pounds, she's just gonna be better. You know what I mean? But she really is just a big body. Honestly, truly. I saw her in person. I'm talking about solid.
She's got rolls on her body.
No. I mean, she could have rolls. I mean, there are people
That's not solid. That's fat.
No. I've seen power lifters with rolls in the
Olympics. And then their guts, they're fat.
But they can power lift your ass.
No, I
what I'm saying is she might have rolls, but she's strong down there. So what I'm saying is that like, yes. Audie is just a big body person. She just big body, period. Now, could she lose a couple, get a better in shape so she can, my thing with Audie is her endurance. Now, whatever comes with that, if it's losing weight, if it's just getting in shape, whatever the case may be, it's her endurance. That's the problem for me because she's supposed to be the best player on the floor.
She has to be prepared to play 40 minutes.
Stay on the floor.
Yeah.
So when I went to go see UC, she could only play like about 3 minutes at a time,
and that's
before she needed to come out.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. So regardless, whatever the case may be, I don't care what it is. If you're not losing it, that's fine. I just need you to get your endurance up. Yeah. You know what I mean? To be able to play long stretches of time, especially when I need you in the game. I can't just play you 2 minutes and I got to pull you out and you want to come in later. But what I'm saying is that I feel like Audie has just been, for me, when I saw her in person, I said, oh, she's a big body girl. Like, but it's solid. It's not like, I get what you're saying.
No, I get what you're saying.
TV,
I understand what you're saying.
But when I tell you in person,
so tell me this, and maybe y'all know this, maybe you don't. I don't know if you know this or not. Do they have weight clauses in WNBA contracts?
No.
No, probably not, because it's insulting. They have them in NFL contracts. They have them in NBA contracts. They literally. I remember when Tim Hardaway played for the Miami Heat. They literally told him he had to weigh under a certain amount, or he would be suspended. Like they suspend NBA players. At least the Miami Heat do. The Miami Heat have been known to make dudes lose weight. There's NFL football players, defensive linemen. They're like, you cannot come out in this field until you drop to a certain weight.
But this is what I will say.
And we're not holding that same accountability to me. And it's like, they're solid too. And they bench 500 pounds. They bench 500 pounds. I bet she can't bench 500 pounds.
But first of all, you're talking about men. So of course she can't lift 500 pounds. But those big motherfuckers that's on the pink, they got rolls. The fuck?
Yes, they do. They're fat fucks.
them big motherfuckers got rolls. But y'all praise them for sacking a motherfucker, being like he's so strong. What I'm saying is keep the same energy for when she posting them big girls up on the thing. Okay. So what I'm saying is, could she lose a little bit of something to be a little quicker? a little faster, yes, but I love her strength on the block.
Yeah.
I love that about Adi because motherfuckers can't get around her. They can't get around her. She posting up, and then strength alone is you not getting around. It's over. I'm putting your ass in the bucket, and that's why she's scoring 40 points.
Then what happened?
Like, so
what happened after the first 14 games?
No, I'm not arguing that. Does she need to get her endurance wise, being able to move her feet? I'm not saying that.
I'm talking because when the competition level rose,
she got set down.
They got their ass kicked.
And that's what I'm saying. Endurance wise, yes, she needs to get better. Yes, endurance wise, she needs to get better. But I've said it on the podcast, is that I'm happy that she's transferring because I think she just needs to be in a better environment where somebody can actually help her get to where she wants to be athletically on the floor, to stay on the floor. She needs to be in a better environment with better people and coaches around her.
Being pushed in that area.
Yes.
We're saying that.
And you think that Oklahoma is the location for that?
No.
So Leah Chavez, I heard y'all podcast. You mentioned Oklahoma. I know that.
No. I said
they mentioned Oklahoma.
Okay.
We said no.
So because like I don't know whatever team it is, the team has to be built around her. She's not plug and play. You can't send her to South Carolina and think she survives a day with Dawn Staley.
So for me,
LSU. She couldn't go to LSU.
That's not the thing. So for me, I don't think she. For me personally, right now, I don't think she needs to be on a team where like they run a lot. That's not where they run a lot.
Needs to be a half court.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Go to Iowa. Go to Iowa.
I'm not trying to be funny, but like, especially in the SEC, when literally they're shooting the ball after 10 seconds. And then they're coming back down the floor. It's 10 seconds, maybe 12. And then they're coming back down. I think that's a little bit too fast. But what I will say is that I do like her at Texas. I want her at a program where they actually value a center. They actually run an offense through their big person. They actually throw the ball to their big person. You know what I mean? And it's not just for show.
Oldacre?
No. What do you mean?
He's talking
Texas
about
was Oldacre.
What I'm saying is that they like, if I'm posting up, I'm throwing it to you on the block. Oldacre wasn't shooting threes. Oldacre ain't dribbling down the floor.
Oldacre ain't they allow her to be a center.
They allowed Oldacre to be a center. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I want to see her in a program where they value a center, right? But also push her to be better, right? Like, but not only focusing on the offensive side of things, but the defensive side of things as well, because that's where she was lacking. That's where I feel like she is lacking, is on the defensive end. So wanting to see her in a place where they value her on the offensive end, but make her better on the defensive end, trying to get her to the next level.
Are they not too fast for her though? I mean, are you now going to build that team around her rather than Madison Booker?
I liked it too, but I feel like also too, from what we just saw with Texas, if we say that about, because I'm with Courtney, I'm the main one talking about Texas too, but then again, I think that we're banking on Texas to control every single game, and they just showed that they can't do that.
Okay. I mean, Iowa walks the ball up the floor. They fucking sucked. I mean, at scoring this year, they walked the ball up the floor. They were such a fraud. It was ridiculous. I mean, they literally walk the ball up the floor.
That could be. I agree. Now that
but would that not be like the? But see, I'm old school. Like the thought of you going to Iowa from Iowa State, like that's
that. I said that too.
I
don't see that happening.
That's disgusting. Like you can't do that.
I don't see that happening.
I just look. The girl's a nice girl, but and offensively she has skills, but it's just very. As a basketball person, I hate players that are like Luka Doncic, who literally don't do shit defensively, and I hate players like him. They bother me, because if that's the case, then why do we play defense? Let's go to LA Fitness. Let's go throw the ball out there and let's just run, and no one plays defense, and let's throw the ball. Let's have an all-star game every day and no one D's up.
But you can do that when you're scoring 40.
But she's not scoring 40 every game. She averaged 25.8. She averaged 25.8.
25 is
I'm very
point.
Okay.
It is, but I also saw that after the competition went from Little Sisters of the Poor to real Big 12 competition, it wasn't the same. She had some games where she was great, other games where she wasn't. games where her defense. You need to see some of these Instagram videos from this guy Mike Diadino.
I know who you're talking about.
Like this guy. I mean, when you're watching these videos, you're watching her just go in a circle in a pirouette, just not trying to guard anybody. It's just like, oh my God, like that would. Like, I don't know how any coach could take that shit. And then they all left. So I wonder why they all leave Iowa State. Because she was the last one to leave.
I have no clue.
Did they leave because of her? I
thought maybe the coach was saying he was gonna retire or something, but I don't know what that.
I don't know either.
That
I don't
weird.
like I'm gonna tell you right now. Like I'm wondering what UCLA is about to do in the portal, because they got a bunch of real players now that are in the portal. They're like, I'm about to go to Texas and go grab Jordan Lee, who's out of Stockton. She's from Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz 209 territory. That's not too far away. Go get her. Go get all those. Go get Aaliyah Crump, who looks like a damn model. You go bring her to LA. She could go model and make a whole bunch of money in LA there as well. I mean, shoot. I'm just wondering. They did get somebody today. Someone named Bonnie Diaz.
It was so much stuff going on. They did get somebody. I forgot.
Yeah, she's a 5'9" freshman. She got average 10 and 9. 9 rebounds from a freshman, but she shot 32% from the floor. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I just wanted y'all thoughts on Audie Crooks, man. I have slaughtered her. I think she needs to lose a lot of weight, but I've been fat. I've been 320, so
I get it.
I've been 320 pounds, 310, and it was horrifying. Like my face looked like a fucking. I'm about 245 right now. So, what do y'all thought? I know it's been a while. Let's wrap this up with the draft. WNBA draft is on Monday. Who would you take number 1?
For Dallas, with Arike and Paige, we got scores. I'm going with Lauren Betts. I'm going with a 5.
Same. Absolutely.
There you go, people. I'm not that damn dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are people pushing all these other narratives, in your opinion?
Because they push women's basketball. They push their favorite player.
They push the story.
They push the story, whatever storyline, whatever sounds cute, whatever sounds good.
Did you ever have players on your team dating each other?
I never had that problem. I never had that.
Did you ever have any teammates? Did it cause problems?
Yes.
Oh God.
I love it. I love it. It's like you don't shit where you eat, right? You don't date at your job and stuff like that.
And also, like, girls is
girls. Yeah.
Rather you're gay or not.
Yeah.
We are emotional.
Yeah.
So when you got 2 of them.
Yeah.
How did you handle that? How did you handle that as a team?
Well, you got to remember, like, I feel like, especially in high school at the time, it was still new. It wasn't even out.
Well, that was in high school.
Well, no, I did in college too, but I mean, it was in high school too. It happened in high school too. What I'm saying is that at the time in high school, it wasn't people were still very secretive about it, but it still was drama where it was just like, I'm not passing you the ball.
Oh,
that type stuff.
Gotcha.
And then when we got to college, it still was because at the time, I think my coach had already made a precedent. Like,
we're not doing that.
Not on the team.
Yeah.
Nobody's dating anybody on the team.
Yeah.
Like none of that, so it still was like a secretive thing because it shouldn't have been a thing, but it was always noticeable when there was a problem.
Oh God.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
It was always noticeable if there was like a problem.
Never that experience.
And it's so funny because like when you're a kid, and I don't care what anybody says, you're 20, you're a kid. You don't know anything. You think you know what's going on, but you don't. So at that time, you think you're being secretive, but we all know what's going on.
We all know.
Yeah. And you always knew when there was a problem. That's what I will say.
So when you see stuff like people pushing this Paige AZ FUD bullshit, like you're really gonna draft her because they date each other? I mean, that's insane to me.
I think Courtney said it. They want the storyline.
They want the storyline.
It seems cute. It seems all of that.
And then because like as a person who someone just said I'm cut. So my question, we didn't hit Kim Caldwell, by the way. I want to ask you about her before we go as well. But the question is I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. I think everyone knows that. If
We are
Caitlin Clark,
too.
if Caitlin Clark got traded to whatever team, that's the team I'm cheering for. And I'm not like that in any other sport. Like I'm a Yankee fan, I'm a Hurricane fan. If Aaron Judge was to leave the Yankees and go somewhere else, the next game we see him throw the ball into his back. Like I'm not like that's how I roll. You know, when Dwayne Wade went to Chicago, take his fucking head off as a Miami Heat. We're not playing that game. Like this is competition. You know, I don't want to see them get praised video. I hate that praise video shit.
Shout out to you, Yehi.
You know?
One of our sons. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
I miss Michaela Blake's.
So the question. So when we're watching Indiana with Nalissa Smith and Dejanay Carrington going on, you would watch them and you'd see like Dejanay Carrington would go for Nalissa Smith's throat, but you see Nalissa Smith not go for Dejanay Carrington's throat. Are there massive conflicts? I mean, do you believe that there's massive? I mean, in the Alyssa Thomas thing with DeWanna Bonner and Bonner with the fever. Hell, Sanaya Rivers now with Marina Mabry. Mabry just got picked up in the freaking in the the expansion draft. Is there not like massive conflicts of interest for this type of shit? In your opinion, as athletes, like if I got to deal with this crap every day with these players dating each other on our team, or worried about if this one's going to sell me out because she's banging the girl on the other team that we're playing right now. I wonder.
I think that I must stay from an HR standpoint. You can't say anything from an HR standpoint. Is really all I can say.
What as a player, as a teammate?
As a teammate?
Yeah, as a teammate. Like
I mean,
as a teammate.
As a teammate?
Yeah.
I would be the one to probably say something. I'd be like, I don't know. I think I'd be the one, but be like, oh, child, like clearly something else is going on. You know what I'm saying? I think I would be the one to be like, okay, I'm going elsewhere. But like I said, I was on a team where it was just different. We didn't have everybody was straight. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like especially my college team, everybody maybe one wasn't. So we all had boyfriends. So it's like I don't know that dynamic. I've never been. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something. I've never been on that dynamic. If that makes sense.
No, yeah, I understand. We in our chats is like this shit comes up all the time. Like
I'm sure.
How is this crap okay? Like the stud and buds. Like this shit is weird as fuck to me.
Oh my god.
Like, did you see when Sydney Colson took Caitlin Clark from the behind and did this shit to her on the video after the NBA Cup last year? And Caitlin Clark said, "Whoa!" Like, can you imagine if a dude did that in the locker room to another dude? Ask your husband who played football, or your friend who played football. You said, your friend. Could someone do that to him in a locker room? Without getting shanked?
It's a double standard for sure.
Okay.
We don't have many as women, and that's one.
What about Kim Caldwell in Tennessee? Have you ever seen anything like that in your life?
No.
And why do you think you said she should get another chance? Why do you think she should get another chance?
I mean, we saying just because the simple fact that her buyout is $2 million.
Oh, okay.
So that's the one thing.
Okay.
I mean, she's been there for 1 year. You know, if it was any other coach, if it was a male coach, he's out of there. If it was football, he's out of there. We talked about this earlier. We felt like Kim Caldwell's getting some mid-majors in. I felt like I'm not mad at that move because I think that she wants to get people in who's just gonna love the program and want to be there and not feel entitled to be there. So I think that's the route that she's going with it.
I agree with that too. I feel like I agree with that. I think she's doing it her way. I think because I have some college coaching friends, I know a lot of people try to impose their opinions and what you should do and who you should recruit and all these things. And I don't know how much, I don't know how much she was involved with the recruiting class that she had after that first year and going into her second year, how much she was involved in that. And we said it in our videos. I thought, like, she should just clean house. And that's exactly what happened and start over.
Yeah.
And we said it in the video, if the ship is sinking, go out swinging. Go out with the way you want to go out. And it looks like she is doing it her way. what she is used to from the winning programs that she has been a part of in the past, recruiting the players that she knows that she will get that will buy into her system. So, hey, listen, girl, go out swinging
at this point. Because it can't get no worse to me.
And that's what I'm saying.
Unless she goes Owen.
Right. If anything, I'm interested to see how she rebuilds this program.
Right.
To be honest, I can't wait to see it next
Please
season.
give us a story.
Please.
I see she got.
And shout out to the mid-majors that she's recruiting.
Yeah.
Okay? I want to see her doing great.
The Liberty girl who averaged like 20, another girl from NAU
She's not
like
bad.
20.
The Avery Mills ain't bad. She can shoot.
Yeah, she actually can.
She can shoot better than anybody they had on this last team. She can shoot.
Yeah. Y'all got anything else you want to talk about? You picked Lauren Betts. Is there a player in this draft that you think will surprise people
in the league?
Yeah, in the WNBA draft.
Man, I wish I
because I think they're all role players for the most part. But do you think there's someone?
It shouldn't be a surprise. Cody McMahon. People ain't talking about her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cody McMahon
with the right situation.
The right situation. Cody McMahon is somebody I feel like people shouldn't sleep on. They shouldn't sleep.
Who's your favorite team? Do you have a favorite WNBA team?
No, I'm gonna say I should say the Dream because I live here. I live in Atlanta, but I don't have one. Yeah, I don't have one. I'm gonna say I guess I want to be a home team person so bad, being from Kentucky, so we don't have pro sports. But yeah, I don't have one.
Yeah, we don't have a women's pro sports here in Cincinnati either. But hey, we're gonna go with the hometown, Kelsey Mitchell. We're gonna go with the Fever.
Period.
Woo, Cincinnati. You just got 20,000 more subscribers.
Okay. Hey,
she's playing politics right now.
Okay. She from the nasty natty. Okay. Yeah. Go follow the mid-majors.
everyone, seriously, go follow the podcast, the mid-majors. They've blessed us with almost over 2.5 hours of their time. I greatly appreciate it. And like I said, I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, so if she goes to fucking Zimbabwe, I'm a Zimbabwe fan.
I feel you.
I mean, we had a WNBA team down here for about 3 weeks, the Miami Soul. It was really like 3 years, and then I mean, when I tell you literally, there may have been 200 people that went to a game in a 20.
I believe it.
It was. Like,
I mean, they're expanding now, so you never know.
And they're never coming back here.
Damn,
that's a great market.
No, it's not. It's fucking horrible market. Damn. I live here. It's a horrible.
That's true.
Miami market for sports is awful. The Heat have been sold out for a decade, right?
Yeah.
But the place is half empty. No one goes. I had season tickets for last 7 years. The last 2, I went to 3 games.
Damn.
I would just give the tickets away, sell the tickets. I'm not driving an hour. They keep doing construction constantly, and I'm not watching this play-in dog shit every fucking year and see the same shit. Once they traded Jimmy Butler, I went on strike because I love Jimmy Butler.
I went and watched them when they played maybe 2 years ago when they played here at the play-in for against Atlanta. I went and watched them.
I mean, Jimmy Butler's my guy, and I know he's hurt now, but they fucked Jimmy Butler over, in my opinion. Pat Riley, I've been wanting Pat Riley to fucking retire, get fired by the Harrisons and Spoelstra. They can fire his dumb ass too. I'm so tired of that guy too. And the Dolphins, we ain't won a playoff game since I was just out of college.
I know.
I can tell you where I was when we last won a playoff game. I was in Tallahassee driving to the Sugar Bowl to see the Canes play the Gators back in 2001. It's just like time. I know the Marlins. Day 1 they got 20,000. The second day they had 3,000.
That's crazy.
So the problem with the soul thing, a Miami women's basketball team will be very, very similar. If they don't win, ain't nobody going. Like nobody. It's event city here. They just don't go. The Canes go to the national championship, and 70% of the building was Indiana.
Ooh. In
the national championship in our home building.
That's crazy.
I went to the game. 70% was from Indiana. I shit you not. When that game ended, I was like, damn, this place is still full.
I believe it.
All the Canes fans went home, and the Indiana fans are there celebrating. He was like, I don't think they'll ever get a team down here again. I don't know. Yeah. But everyone, please do subscribe to the Mid-Majors. It's an awesome podcast. They're dropping daily, multiple times a day. Transfer portal stuff. It's gone crazy with this transfer portal, this chaotic system that we have now that you blink your eye like, shit, I just made this goddamn video. I wish I could have had this 3 minutes ago. I would have had it in the same video. Now I got to make another video.
Yes.
But yo, folks, go subscribe. They're killing it over there. They're growing really fast. And I greatly appreciate the both of y'all jumping on board. And I'd love to do this again if y'all want to do it again.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us on here, Rudy.
My pleasure. And I'm not such an asshole. I mean, just a little bit.
I don't think so.
At all. Unfiltered and unapologetic.
Period.
Yeah, absolutely. And my title was her. You said do it her way, right? Her game, her way.
Exactly.
So that'll do it for this episode. I appreciate everybody jumping on board. If you haven't done so yet, hit the like button and subscribe to both these channels. I appreciate all y'all. God bless. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball featuring the Mid-Majors. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on, yo.
Bye.
Bye, guys.